Welcome, GBA fans, back for Season 10 of the Global Battle Association. That's right, we are back after a long hiatus, and we are very excited. I, of course, have my co-host with me here today. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, hi. My name is Vivid. I am from the YouTube channel In Vivid Color, and I used to play Draft League Pokemon, and now I enjoy watching Draft League Pokemon. What is up, GBA fans?
As do all of us.
How's it going?
Absolutely. Thank you, Vivid, for that. So, if you guys don't know, if you aren't aware yet, if you haven't seen the announcement earlier this week or during the fan tournament stream last week, then you would have missed it, but the draft this season is completely different. This time around, we're doing an auction. That's right. The first 5 Pokemon, both S tiers and all 3 A tiers, are going to be acquired through a live auction. That's right, live right now. I'm seeing you guys in chat. I see OGalbina, I see Jared, I see all of you. We are here. This is not pre-recorded. Heads up, we are here. All right, so let me show you what we got going on for today's stream. As you can see, we have the Discord window ready to go. We can see exactly what's happening in the auction chat, and we're going to be live updating you guys on the picks. Vivid, what do you think about this?
One, it's an insane format. Doing anything live is insane. I'm used to people taking 12 hours to make a pick, and by people, I mean me. Yeah, no, and the auction format's wild. You know, first pick used to mean a lot because first pick was you were safe. You always got what you wanted, and that's not the case here. You have to spend money to make draft gains.
Yeah, so just to clarify, if you guys aren't aware of how this works, each organization is allotted 500 points. And the draft order that you see at the bottom of your screen is not actually a drafting order, but rather the order in which the organizations will be nominating Mons to be auctioned for. Once a Mon is auctioned for, or nominated, excuse me, that Mon is automatically assigned a 25-point value out of the organization's remaining 500. And teams are allowed to upbid by increments of 25 on Mons until they bust the bank, essentially. You could go as high as you want. If you really, really want that Dragapult, you can get that Dragapult. Vivid doesn't think Dragapult is a first-round pick, but
okay, let's hold on. Hold on.
That.
Time out.
I'm sorry. I had to throw you under the bus.
Not yet. Let them rage at me later.
We'll get to it. But as you can see, Jolt did state in the GBA admin is Jolt taking care of stuff in the auction chat, and we should be starting relatively soon. As soon as we see a pick go up, we'll be sure to start commentating on it. But quick predictions: who do you think is going to win this draft, or this auction rather?
The auction, the very first pick.
No, who's going to win the whole thing? The 5 Mons on their team. Who do you think's going to have the best composition?
Okay, well, I was asked to play and denied, and then I recruited my boy D.Rey. So I'm gonna go with D.Rey because it's my boy. I gotta say D.Rey.
So the Snugglers, huh?
The Snugglers, yeah.
I can see that. Personally, I'm rooting for the Coilers. I'm Canadian. I'm a hockey fan. Their logo's and their team is based on the Oilers. And Owen and Dell. I interviewed Dell earlier this week. That should be going up soon. And Owen I co-hosted the stream with last week. So I got a little bit of bias.
I don't know Dell, but Owen is solid people, so I can see the bias.
Yeah, absolutely. Other teams, of course, in contention. We do have the Arcaniners, the Donphan, the Empoleon, all returning from past seasons, looking to make another big run as they have before in the past. All very good coaches, and we've got a slew of new coaches. As you guys can see, we have Frosted, we have JayVee, we have Q, we got just Kelly, a bunch of people, TarHeel, and just I think I got everybody there. So welcome to our new coaches and our old coaches, and we're excited. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Draft should be starting any minute now, any second. Or the auction rather.
We'll see that first nomination.
Yeah, give it another minute or so, and we're ready to go. Right. And this is very stressful for me personally because I have to update everything on screen live for you guys. So please bear with me.
and it's exponentially less stressful for me because I just have to talk, and I'm okay at that.
Pivot just has to be on Discord and be present. So,
all right, hot guess right now. What's the first mon that's going to be nominated? What's your guess?
I would think Dragapult. Honestly,
I'm gonna baby rage from the beginning.
I mean, if it is, it is. What do you want to do?
I guess you're right. Yeah. All right, chat. What's the first mon? First mon, Valiant, Dragapult.
Dragapult, Valiant.
Got some guesses. Valiant's also solid.
Someone thinks I'm going to win the league, which is interesting considering I'm not playing this season.
Yeah, earlier in chat before we started, someone said Dan was going to win the league, and I was like, "Hi, man, I have a hard thing to tell you."
Gotta send him that.
I mean, let me send you a link to Illustrals.com.
Yeah, you can see how that's doing over there. I don't think Dan's going to be making an appearance anytime soon. Maybe season 14 or something.
Season 14.
Yeah.
Done sparse, clearly. Oh, here we go. Let the auction begin.
Are we moving?
Yeah, we're moving.
Okay, hold on. I don't see movement.
Not nominating Palafin.
Why don't I
you don't see movement yet?
No, I don't. Hold on. Why? Is it lagging on my Discord? Possibly. Hold on. Give me a sec. Oh. Oh. Is that it? Oh, Palafin. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the delay. Where are you at? What do you see? How much? And from who?
Starting bid Palafin 25. I'm at 75.
Oh, I'm a little ahead now, actually.
Okay.
So you're delayed.
It's okay. We'll sync up.
Yeah. So we see a lot of bids coming in. Palafin, of course, a highly contested mon. Do you see the Sawsbucks at 175 yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. Okay.
Palafin,
so is it going for 175?
It could be.
Huh. Okay.
175 seems a little low.
Yeah.
I will say.
I do think it's gonna get upbid. This is huge. First overall pick, Palafin. It's looking like it's gonna stick.
It looks like it might stick. It might stick here.
But for 175, I mean, it's semi-reasonable. You don't want to blow your whole budget. There we go. There's the countdown. Oh, 200. There's 200.
Okay. I think Palafin's worth it. Palafin is super centralizing, right?
Yeah.
The ability to just like switch in, switch out, and then jet punch things down is insane. And its base stat total is monstrous once it transforms.
It's slacking.
Yeah, exactly. It's slacking with no downside once it transforms, which is huge.
It does have to get that transformation off. It has to go from 0 to hero, but I mean, it's not that hard to pull off. You get a timely flip turn. You get, being the only mon that gets flip turn. We do have a 225 bid in from the Sawsbucks. That's Frosted.
Looks like Frosted and D.Rey kind of contesting this mon.
Yeah, going back and forth.
Oh,
D.Rey for 250.
250 is big. That's a lot of points.
Whew. All right. Let's see if it actually sticks this time, though. We've been going back and forth, and this is what's going to happen a lot in the early rounds. You're going to have a lot of these last-second decisions. I like the D-Ray's coming in with 2 seconds left every time because that's exactly what I did when we mocked this auction the first time. I think they learned something from me.
You gotta stress them out a little bit. Keep them on their toes.
Yep, that you do. There we go. All right. Is it going to go? It's sold! There we go. All right, so we have Palafin going to the San Diego Snugglers for 250.
For 250.
Now let me just update this graphic real quick. And there we go. Palafin is now on your screens, ladies and gents. So yeah, that's going to go to the San Diego Snugglers, and huge 250. Do you think that's an overpay? Or does that sound
I don't
correct
think
to you?
I would expect somewhere in the range of like 200. So I don't think it's an overpay, but at least not by much. So
yeah, I feel you. All right, well, we're about to see what's going to get nominated next. Of course, next up on the block to nominate is going to be the Dragapults. Let's see if they nominate
Dragapult.
Yeah. And yeah, there's the Chicago Dragapults. So let's see. Of course, every coach is on the clock to start, to actually put in a nomination. They have about like 2 minutes, I think. So they got to make it quick. Everybody is present, though. Don't worry. All right. Let's see. What do we got from the Dragapults?
What do we got?
This is Q. Come on. Q. Don't keep us waiting, man. We want to see that Dragapult. Oh, it's a Chi-Yu. 75 immediately. So you don't have to upbid just to 50. You can go straight to 75, and that's exactly what just happened here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Chi-Yu dominant. Yeah. I said this yesterday when we were kind of like talking about this. I think nothing switches into Chi-Yu.
Yeah,
I think
very
it is
possibly.
So oppressive and centralizing.
Yeah, there's like 2 possible ones, some Terra options that can maybe deal with it, but we do see a bit of a 175. This is going to go high for sure.
Yeah. This, I would say this is going to go into the 200s for sure.
Yeah.
If Palafin went for 250, I think Chi-Yu is more centralizing than Palafin.
I would say so, yeah, for sure. Although Palafin, you kind of need a good water resist or immunity.
That's true.
To deal with, if you let it get out of control. Whereas Chi-Yu is kind of just like break early, and if you have a good special wall like a Goodra, let's say, that can stave it off for a little bit, you should be fine because you should be able to outspeed it later in the game if you prep correctly. So we do see the Arcaniners put in a bit of 225.
Yeah, almost went for 200. Almost. I was like, whoa, that's 225.
Looking like it might be the San Francisco Arcaniners.
225. I would expect. Oh,
250,
okay.
250.
We see 250.
All right. So I might go to the Weaviles. This is big. Second overall pick. 275 from the Arcaniners. So George really wants this goldfish.
He really wants the goldfish.
Yeah.
I think 275. I think is reasonable.
I think this is where you stop. Yeah, if you go higher than this, then that's a little bit crazy because you do have
300 is a lot.
Yeah.
300 is like more than half your starting bid. So
for sure.
Okay,
well,
we're counting down.
Is. Oh, there we go. All right, so it goes to the Arcaniners.
Gold.
We're gonna see that, and all right, just updating graphics here. Give me a sec, guys. And there we go. We got the Chi-Yu going to the San Francisco Arcaniners. Enjoy your goldfish, gentlemen.
For 275, the most expensive goldfish. Probably not. There are probably some koi fish that have cost more than that, but you know, pretty expensive.
That was very fast from the Empoleon. Very quick.
Oh, wow.
We already have a Goldango nomination. All right. Sick.
An immediate upbid to 100.
Yeah, 3rd pick overall as well. I think that's a little early for gold.
Yeah, if you had said it was a little early, like at the beginning of Scarlet and Violet, I probably would have disagreed. I think the Mon's very good, but now that we have so many, new additions from home, it feels a little early.
Looks like Uzi might get it at 150. I don't think this goes much higher than 150. This is really early for a Goldango, and maybe this was the idea. Maybe this was what Goldo was planning by nominating Goldango. Of course, Goldango, Goldoa. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe he did want it, but it looks like Uzi is going to get it, and it is sold for 150. There we go. All right.
There we go. Nice.
Awesome. All right, so that is the Bullet Punch Club. Do apologize, everybody. I did put Goldango up on screen for a second, but that was unintentional. It was meant to be transitioned like this, so I do apologize. Like I said, I'm doing this all on the fly, so this is a lot. But we do have the Victinis up on the block. They are on the clock. Oh, it's a Roaring Moon.
Roaring Moon.
Roaring Moon. Yeah.
Solid nomination
big,
here.
Big. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm comfortable with Dragapult being nominated at any minute now. This is fine.
Wasn't supposed to click that. Apologies once again. All right, so you see it already go for 125.
125, pretty big.
Yeah.
Roaring Moon feels like
much higher than that though.
Yeah, Roaring Moon feels like a mid
200 to 2. Yeah, maybe early
200 to 250. Too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We see TarHeel stepping in with a 150.
150. Big upvote.
Yeah.
This Mon just can be like very centralizing. It does a lot of damage, and the sets it's sold for 150.
Wait, did I lag again?
Wild.
I might have.
I think we're just having like a little bit of like different
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. Yeah, the way the video is coming through on your end on OBS we have a little bit of a desync.
Yeah, seems that way. All right, well that's fine. All right, so who won that? Did you catch that?
Yeah, the Playmore Esports for 150.
Ah, so TarHeel. Okay.
Sold for a lot less than I thought it would.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 150 is really low for Roaring Moon. So TarHeel, there we go, and
dang, it's not that mid.
All right. All right. What? Valiant immediately to 200. I didn't even catch that. That went so fast. And Owen and Dell jump in at 225.
225 for Iron Valiant. Yeah, that was fast. I looked away for 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, people really want this Pokemon. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
It's a great mon. I mean,
are the Coilers
so
going to hold it
225? It seems like it. Hold on. I might still be behind. I see the countdown now.
Countdown's happening, yeah.
And sold, yeah. There we go.
Wow. Holds at 225. So, that's amazing. Yeah, a Valiant
really
just like
Coilers.
Right, super like good speed tier, booster energy can make this thing insanely fast. It hits hard on special and physical. Also, the typing is nuts, so solid pickup here.
I think its special attack is a little bit subpar, but it'll do.
It'll do. You know what I mean?
KOs with some coverage. Yeah, for sure. All right, so up next is Uzi and the Bullet Punch Club. See what they come in with. Dragapult, there it is, finally. We do see the Dragapult.
There it is. Timely.
Took a while, but yeah, and it's already at 150.
Oh my god.
There we go. All right. So, yeah, at 250, the Dragapults, of course. Expected. Did they wait, they went straight from 175 to 250? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
I mean, take it easy, boys. 275. Hold on.
I'm all of a sudden getting mad again.
I know you're opposed to it.
Oh no.
Oh man. Do you think it goes up? I think it goes up. I don't think it stays 275.
I think the Dragapults really want it. It's the mascot mon.
You think the Dragapults want it?
Oh yeah.
It's
the mascot mon.
I think you're right. There we go. We do see 300.
If this thing goes for over 300, I'm gonna lose it. I will lose my mind.
That's way too much of your budget. There's no way. There's no way.
Dragapult's really good.
I'm already queuing up the Chicago Dragapults winner box. They're definitely winning it. There's no way.
No shot, right?
300. And...
All right, countdown.
Okay, good. Sold.
Sold.
All right.
All right.
Now you're lagging. We keep going back and forth on who's seeing what first. Because a lot of people in that chat, that's what happens. But it's okay. All right, so 300. Yeah, if it went any higher than that, that would have been absolutely ridiculous. But yes, we do see Dragapult going to the Dragapults as we predicted.
Oh, yeah.
So huge
mascot
for them. Yeah, mascot. Great mon too. I mean, it's just you said it earlier in a conversation we were having, but it is very much a Gloomon. As much as it is a fast revenge killer and sometimes a breaker, it's just a perfect Gloomon with its typing, its speed,
right?
It's manageable bulk, it's serviceable bulk, right? So,
yeah, it can hold entire teams together, but like on its own. So, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. Now we do see Great Tusk being bid on and immediately going to 200.
Immediately
straight
going to 200
from Lars and the Donphan. Wow, huge,
crazy.
All right, 200, 225, 225 from the Weaviles. I mean, Tusk is great mon. Is that 275? 275. Oh my.
Yeah, this is one I can see this going for 300 too. This Pokemon is also very centralizing, right? Like insane attack stats, two insane stab moves.
In draft, I've gotten not so great impressions from it as of late.
Really?
I think it's very, very, very good in in like a defined metagame setting, but in draft, I don't know. Look at that react. You know, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does look like it's going to the Weaviles. And it does sell to the Weaviles.
Sold.
There we go. So
okay.
Wolverhampton Weaviles finally getting them on there. Now, of course, with this format, guys, not everybody's going to get them on because some people are going to get 2 in the first round.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a very interesting end of round when we do get to it. So, yeah. All right. 300. What do you think's next? I'm at a loss. I mean, it's been relatively acceptable first round mons, right? It's this kind of stuff that you would see.
Yeah.
First round. The Goldango was maybe a little bit early, but
I could see something like Garchomp coming up. Oh, Glamora is interesting.
Yeah, Glamora, and it's already at 175 from Tarheel.
Okay,
All
sure.
right.
I mean, it's one of the best hazard stackers. Really good special attack stat. I can see it.
I can't see it going for more than 175, though.
Yeah, I can't. I was gonna say 175 is pretty steep for Glamora.
Yeah, so I think this is going to Tarheel. And didn't they just get Roaring Moon as well? That looks like an interesting core. I kind of like that.
Yeah, you have like some of your hazard stacking going on. You have a way to hit physically. I know Glamora is like not normally used for its special offense, but it can be. The coverage isn't the best, but you know, it's not bad.
We do see a countdown. Looks like it's going to Tarheel.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going for in the 200s.
There we go. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Gotta play more esports again. There we go. We are back, and Glamora is the mon taken here. Sick.
Very cool.
All right. So we are. Who's up for nomination here? I'm curious because that'll tell us where we are in the round as well. The Coilers. So we're almost at end of round. We're into the third.
Round.
Yep. The Coilers are up for nomination. Let's see what they nominate. So they do have a Valiant already. Question is, do they want to nominate something that they actually want, or do they want to get something out of the way? So they nominate Slowking Galar, Slowking G.
Oh, they want that.
Highly contested mon. Very much a first round pick. Super good mon. Got extra tools this generation as well. Huge. We are at 125. Sawsbucks bidding 125. The Coilers do continue to bid, though. They are at 150.
Yeah. This mon I could see going for like 200, 175. I don't know if it's like a, you know, too much into the 200s and you lose me.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like it's going to stop at 150.
Yeah, we're holding at 150 so far. I think 150 is pretty solid. It also gives them a really good core if they land it.
Valiant Slowking, and that is their core. That is what they're going to pick up. I really like that. Very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
very
Great
good.
picks. Good,
really solid
good job,
offense.
Dell and Owen. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, yeah, three teams left, 3 organizations left this round, guys. And then we are done the round, and we can take a look at what the teams look like. We have somebody working on the graphic as we speak, and I have to import that immediately. it's but we're here for it. An Amorous Eye.
An Amorous Eye from the Donphan.
Nominated from the Donphan, and they're already at 200. They went right up to 200 from skipped up to 200 from 150.
Oh,
I mean,
they think an Amorous Eye is good.
It is good.
Sure, yeah.
This early, I don't know. And also, they just skipped from 150 to 200. So if they end up getting this, they could have had it for 175. Then again, I guess Kelly could have also bid up to 200, and then they would have had to bid 225. So this is a strategy as well. We do see like this is going to go through. It does seem like it. Yep, and it is sold.
Sold.
There we go.
Wow.
So we have an Amorous Eye going to the Donphan.
Good speeds here. Good coverage. Makes sense.
Yep. I mean, really all you need is Moonblast, Earth Power, and Mystical Fire a lot of the time. Super Power for some matchups, obviously. But, yeah, super good mon. Great breaker.
Yeah, the option to do the Super Power contrary is, like, pretty interesting, too. So,
Yeah. So what we're seeing is a lot of these teams are nominating them on and then getting it, which is not what I expected. I expected nominations and somebody else to get them on. You know.
Yeah.
I would never nominate them on that I really, really want, because I feel like that's
I expected more fights for sure. Like, I think the first nom was by Frosted, and D.Rey scooped that up. But a lot of it since then has been someone like bidding for what they want. So.
Yep. Annihilate and immediately up bidding to 100 from George.
Oh,
you
wow. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
All right.
Annihilate is incredibly strong. It's one of the Pokemon like I've actually used in this like in a Gen 9 draft league, and you can just get in these positions where you can't beat the Annihilate. Like once you take out the Annihilate checks, Annihilate just runs through.
Okay, so we see two teams making the same bid. That's why you guys see that check mark as a reaction there. It's because the first person to bid is the one that gets it. The first person to show up on Discord. But regardless, I mean, the Arcaniners are already up to 150 here.
Right, up to 150.
Yep.
I do happen to know that I know my boy D.Rey. I think he might fight over this. You think? He loves Annihilate. I also used Annihilate.
Oh, there he is. Yep.
Yeah.
You called it immediately.
I used Annihilate and Dragonite to kind of like clean his clock in a draft league. So.
All right. So you have a part to play in that that love of Annihilate. All right. Cool.
200.
200 from the Arcaniners.
I can. You know what? I can see it. The X. What does the X react? Is it just like people are upset that they're going to 200?
I think George might have made a mistake, and that was a correction.
Oh, withdrew the bid. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Understood. Okay, 175. 175 might hold. I think that's a good range for Annihilate.
Oh, I think I know what happened. I think George didn't have the budget for it.
Oh, okay, understood.
Because you need to keep 25 for the last 3 mons that you get, right? 25 each.
Right.
So, yeah, it does sell to the Snugglers for 175. There we go.
Good
pickup.
Was
the Snugglers, right?
Yes.
Sort of
Snugglers 175. There. Very offensive start. I mean, Annihilate can play a defensive role, but like Annihilate, Palafin, very, very hard hitters, and also gives them a really good setup piece. Interesting.
Yeah, Palafin, Annihilate. I don't know. They kind of seem a little too similar to me. They've got speed tiers as well. It's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a little samey.
It's a cool little turn core. We'll see.
Yeah,
but Snugglers nominating Mew. They obviously don't want Mew. They might want Mew. I don't know. It seems like they don't. I don't think
they have the budget to fight over Mew.
Well, Mew's an A tier. I don't think it's going to go for that much. It lost a lot. It lost every recovery move under the sun. Soft boil, recover, all that stuff. It only has rest. So it's like, it's actually dedicated to either a lead slot or an offensive, like...
it's like a setup Emon.
Set. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So I could see that stopping right about here, 100, 125 for sure. It's definitely a good hazard setter. It's one of the better ones, but...
Yeah, if Mew loses recovery, I didn't know that. I haven't actually like checked into a lot of the home stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, if it still had its recovery, it would probably it might slip into S tier. I would think. But I mean, at the end of the day, the tiers don't matter here because these coaches are bidding whatever they want on these models, right?
Yeah.
So
whatever they value it at. 125 is 125 seems reasonable for Mew without recovery.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would stop here. And it's looking like it's going to the Empoleon. Is that their first pickup?
I believe so.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And this was the Snugglers nomination as well, right? It looks like it is sold.
Sold?
To the Empoleon.
125. Okay, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. That is... I think that's the end of round 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the Snugglers nomination.
Yeah, that's the end of round 1.
I just want a confirmation in that Discord as I'm getting the graphic here as we speak for the mid-round. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, that does conclude the first round. And we'll be hopping into the mid-round that I have set up over here. Just want to make sure that I got this all right. This looks good. Here we go. So this is what the teams look like right now, guys. I'm about to transition to that, and there we go. So as you can see, we do have the Dragapults with Dragapult, like we had said. We got Mew on the Empoleon, Goldengo for the Bullet Punch Club, Tarheel and Playmore Esports with 2 Mons already in Roaring Moon and Glamora. I did skip over Tusk for the Weaviles, great first pick. We have Valiant and Slowking for the Coilers, great core. And Amorous Eye as the lone pick for the Donphan, Shiyu for George. And we have Palafin and Annihilate for D.Rey and the Snugglers. So who do you think, obviously some of these teams don't have a Mon, and some only have one, but who do you think won this round?
I think the most interesting 2 teams so far are Playmore Esports with Roaring Moon Glamora, and then the Coilers with Valiant Slowking. Both of those can build out into really, really solid like cores and full teams. I like both Palafin and Annihilate. But I do agree that they're kind of samey, and that they're both trying to be this like centralizing piece. You're right. They can do also some like turn stuff, which would be interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. And also they only have 25 left for each of their remaining picks. As you guys can see, the remaining budget is there at the top. And then you have the max bid that you can make on a single Mon right now, right under that, right next to the logos. So you see the Snugglers have 75 remaining.
Yeah. They might have to wait until like the very last round to start making other picks. That's a good point. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that. My favorite Mon overall on this is Chiyu. I think that this could be built out into a really solid team, depending on, what they pick up to support Chiyu. Kind of crazy that 3 coaches after the first round have no Pokemon.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, that was always going to happen, right? There were going to be some people that gunned for Mons, and there were going to be some stuff that was nominated purposely to make sure that people bid on it, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm hearing that we have a feed from Lars actually coming in, taking an interview from Jolt about this first round. So I don't know if we're actually going to be able to hear that, but I can play it on stream here. I do have the source for it, so I'm going to let that fly, and you guys aren't going to hear us for a little bit. So we'll see how long the interview lasts. But yeah, here we go.
Just tell us kind of how you're feeling about the draft at this point, how you think the first round went. Just what are some of your first thoughts?
I think it went well. We had a little strategy going on. So far it's going well, but the key point is still coming in the future. Like I said, our key element we definitely wanted is still on the board. One was gone. We wanted to play Tusk. And that was gone for too expensive. I think a lot of people spend too much money early on. I mean, to be fair, 200 for Enormous Eye is not cheap as well, but that's the one I definitely want to use. And yeah, I'm excited to see how these next few turns come out, because now's the exciting part where like not many people have a lot of budget left, and that's where you can make the real steals. So I'm excited for that, what happens now.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so I mean, that's about what you'd expect an answer to be from Lars. Amorous did go for quite a bit, but he's got the right idea about the draft. Let everybody spend. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened to D.Rey, right? Now they're only in 75 budget, so now a lot's going to change here. Right. So
I agree. Yeah, I think it's super smart to kind of like hold out on the first round, and like sure, maybe you don't get the like one Pokemon you really wanted, but you can kind of make it up with some S tiers or A tiers when it really counts. I like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, as we sit here, we're gonna wait for the auction to start back up. Obviously, like we said, Jolt went and go and do interviews apparently mid-round as he's hosting this draft, which is nuts to me, or this auction rather. That's good on him. But I mean, it makes for content on the stream. We get to hear a little bit of the coaches, don't want to just hear us the whole time. That's nice. I'm wondering if we're going to get that every round between rounds. That wasn't exactly
I hope so.
what we had in mind, but we'll see if we can make it work. If we can, then that's great. All right.
Yeah, we'll love that. All right. So what are your thoughts going into round 2? What do you think are going to be some good pickups for round 2?
Good question. I mean, this is typically the round you see like a good like Zapdos go, right? Something like that. Something with a little bit more bulk. Other than Slowking this round, you didn't have anything with too much bulk, right? Maybe Goldango.
Very true.
You could argue Goldango as well. But we are going to see a little bit of bulk, I think. Maybe some hazards. Maybe we saw Glamora as one of the only hazard setters come up in that round. So
some notable exclusions for me. First round would be things like Garchomp, right? I feel like Garchomp is very commonly a round 1 mon. Also things like Volcarona with like Terra Volcarona seems insane.
Terra I don't know if I think Bax is here. Yeah, Baxcalibur as well, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's
yeah, Baxcalibur is a mon I don't have a ton of experience with, but like from listening to people, I understand it's very strong and like a solid Terra target.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. What else? What else could be? Yeah, Volcarona is definitely correct. Definitely one of the strongest Terramons. Baxcalibur as well, as mentioned. So those are probably going to see bids. But, I mean, people could also try to finagle their way for them for, like, 25 if they can get them.
Yeah, that's
they
very
can get a
true.
Random S tier for 25. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
If like you just like push it at the very end when everybody's out of budget. Yeah, that's actually actually a really smart play in theory. Just like push the mons you really, really want back and keep nominating things that you're not super excited about.
Yep, exactly.
In round 1, I think we saw a lot of people nominating what they wanted. But I think we will see people probably start nominating things that they just want to get off the board.
Yeah.
Like, I have an idea for what dragon type I want on my team. Let me nominate a different dragon type and let people fight over it. Seems to make a little bit of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What time you got on your video?
What time you got on your video? I muted us. That's okay. Yeah, that's back in action. Phew. Okay. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. It's just adjusting something. Yeah, we're still waiting. All right. This is going to be a while. Jolt said, what, 5 minutes? You guys can't see that part in the chat, but it does say 5 minutes, so still waiting. We do apologize for the wait, but that's what you get for having it be live, right? That's one of the caveats. Oh, round 2 may begin. All right, there we go. So we are going. San Diego is on the clock. All right, so yeah, we go backwards this time.
Oh yeah,
right through the draft order at the bottom of your screen. So the Snugglers are going to start with the nomination from round 2. Let's see what they choose. Are they still present? Yep, we do see Thundurus Incarnate.
Thundurus Incarnate,
so
solid mon.
Huge mon for Terra specifically. I think that's a big one for sure. The Empoleon come in with a bid of 50.
50, solid.
So,
I think this mon seems like a mid 100s.
This could go cheap.
150, 175. 75 is way too low.
This is not supposed to go cheap, but it might. And I think that's why we see Owen and Dell come in and bid on it. 75 there. So, yeah. It should go up, though. But again, a lot of teams have limited budgets, so we do already see a countdown. Are they going to get it for 75? That's crazy.
A steal.
There's Thundy for 70, and that's going to be their Terramon for sure. At least one of them, right? Because that's
so good. Yeah,
that's nuts. Wow.
That's
good job.
absolutely
to you two.
insane. What a steal.
Nice. Yeah. Huge, huge, huge. All right. So, Torkoal immediately
25.
being nominated from the Arcaniners. George has given no time to us to react at all. So Thundy is huge, of course, for the Coilers. But yeah, Torkoal coming in for 25. Obviously, is the default bid. That's the starting bid. 50 from Play More Esports.
I like
50.
Torkoal. I wouldn't pay more than 100 for it. It's
Hold on a second. Wait,
you're just
wait,
using it to
wait
set up
up.
Sun.
They have Roaring Moon, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do. You're very correct.
For 50.
50
Yo,
to be able to
huge.
proc photosynthesis is nuts.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's big. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's Tarheel, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Tarheel for Torkoal for 50. Golly.
Play More Esports. Woo! Oh my god. All right. Well, they got Torkoal. They got a Suncore going now.
Yeah.
Torkoal for 50 leaves them a lot of budget to get their last 2 mons, and we see Skeleturge bid coming in from Lars. Skeleturge, of course, one of the better Terras in the format. Definitely top 10. 50 from Uzi coming in.
Yeah, Skeleturge also just what's the move that increases its special attack?
Torch Song.
Torch Song.
Torch Song's cracked.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Yeah.
It won't hold at 50, right? There's just no shot.
No, Skeleturge for 50 is ridiculous. But again, this can happen this round.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah, we've seen a lot of people drain their budgets. Skeleturge is probably not a lot of people's
we're already
cup of
getting
tea.
a countdown. 75. Okay, thank you to JayVee for at least bidding on this.
Okay, yeah.
It should go a little bit higher at the very least. I think 75 for a Skeleturge is a little bit of a robbery. But then again, there are mons that are going to go for 25 later. So
right, yeah.
it kind of does make sense. It kind of does. If you were to average out the 5 picks per team, then it'd be 100 each, right? So 75 isn't drastically low or anything, but still, getting Skeleturge for 75 when you can terrestrialize it is huge.
But also, this is their first pickup, right?
Yes, it is.
The Victinis, that leaves them a ton of budget.
Oh yeah.
So not only did they get it for a steal, but they have so much left to work with. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next up we got the Coilers.
I believe that is an A. Yeah. So the Coilers coming in. They've already got 3 mons, right? So they're looking good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just scooped Thundy Eye for, what was it, 75? Or
and they
something
nominate
low.
Scizor.
Yeah. Okay.
Nominate Scizor. All right.
Solid Pokemon. Very good. Okay, we're up to...
Going for 100 already.
75, 100.
100, yeah.
The Dragapults in at 100. I think Scizor is 100. I think 100 sounds reasonable to hold at. Scissor's good, but we've got people...
Thundy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Coilers got Thundy for really cheap. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this could definitely hold at 100 for Scizor, which is pretty good. It doesn't have recovery anymore, but it's still a very good mon. Let's not discount that.
Right. Looks like it's gonna hold.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Scizor going to the Dragapults to pair with their Dragapult. Huge.
Huge. Yeah. That's a really solid start to Dragon Starry Fill Core. Fairy Dragon Steel.
Yeah,
I don't know the proper order to say it.
Yeah, FDS, Fairy Dragon Steel.
FDS, there we go.
Yep. What's that sign? All right, that's better. All right. Sorry about that. My green screen wasn't covering the entirety of my my cam. But we have Corviknight coming in for 50.
Yeah. Corviknight
starting bid 25, 50, and then 75 from Tarheel. All right. Might hold for 75. it's that kind of mon, you know? It's something that not everybody wants. But when it does its thing, it does its thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, it can single-handedly, like, stonewall. Ooh. 4 seconds left, coming in with 100 bid.
Yep.
100 sounds good.
100 sounds reasonable, yeah. I wouldn't go any higher than this.
And they just picked up
sure.
Skeleturge, so kind of like picking up these, like... I mean, obviously, Corviknight's, like, incredibly bulky. Skeleturge is kind of, like, bulky, plus it can sweep, so... Kind of, you know, starting a little bit of a bulky core here.
Yeah.
Oh, sold. Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Corviknight for 100. So Skeleturge and Corviknight for them so far. Are those both A tiers?
They are building stall.
Yeah, actively.
They're building stall. Yeah. I think those are both A tiers, yes. If I'm not mistaken. Walking Wake being nominated this early. Round 2. Very good mon. Super strong.
Right, yeah. Great typing.
Absolute demon. Yeah, great typing, great stabs, great coverage, good ability that it can use with booster energy.
Also, like...
Big from the Weaviles.
A water type that works in sun.
Yeah. That's huge, right? Of course, you're not going to see sun too much, and unless this goes to the sun team that we see forming thus far,
bro,
which it could. It could totally.
If Playmore gets Walking Wake, that's huge.
Okay. Well, they did bid 50 on it. They're not going to let it go for 25.
Yeah, no 25 is nuts.
Do they have 100 budget to bid for this?
I have a hard time believing that. They've already picked up 3.
I really want to see them get it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be nuts, but I have a hard time thinking they can budget for it after that.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be the Weaviles.
So many Pokemon are starting to go for numbers that are so astronomically low to me.
Yeah,
I know it's the format, but I'm losing my mind a little bit.
I mean, the thing is, when something like Dragapult goes for 300, right, it makes everything else seem like it's going for way too little.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
This is not too far off from where it should be. 75 for Walking Wake is definitely way too low for its breaking capabilities, but yeah, no, that's I think it's still within the realm of like
reasonability. Yeah, of course,
for sure.
Yeah, man. But if Playmore, I mean, since they have Torkoal, if they had scooped this up for 50, that would have been pretty nasty.
Meat of Justice, the Playmore Esports has Torkoal alongside Glamora and Roaring Moon, to answer your question. While we wait for Uzi to nominate a Pokemon for auction. Yeah, that's a crazy core starting. And the Coilers, obviously they both have 3 Mons, so it's easy to say we really like their cores because we haven't seen the others yet, right? Nothing else has really started to form. But we'll start to see what full teams are starting to look like, or at least the cores are starting to look like by the end of the round, I think. Yeah,
I believe so.
Because there are going to be quite a few teams, I think, with 3 Mons, and some teams just waiting it out, waiting in the wings to get anything. Uzi does nominate Volcarona.
Okay, this is a Mon that I think should have been nominated round 1, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Absolutely. Starting bid is 25, and I don't see anybody moving.
No, it could just be movement.
That Uzi took a little too long, and everybody went to go get some water. Is he going to get Volcarona for 25? There's no way.
The mega strategy. Wait, like the maximum.
Oh, wait a minute. George has Chiyu. What is he doing? Wait. Okay. Wait, George has Chiyu. There's no way you just bid 50 on this. If this goes to him, that's hilarious.
I mean, Chiyu plus Volk is...
That's a white flag. I think that means forfeit their bid?
Other coaches are forfeiting their bid to the
50 is the leading bid. Okay, 50 is the leading bid. So George bidding on Volcarona when he already has Chiyu.
Just tossing it out to the wind.
Fire types at base 100 speed. Very interesting.
It's a strategy. I mean, you know, sometimes you build teams and you hear people talking about flying spam and ghost spam. You don't often hear about like just fire type base 100 speed spam, but it's a thing.
Okay, so George gets Volcarona for 50. I mean Volcarona for 50 is crazy, but at the end of the day, do you really want two fire types? Because like, what are you doing with the rest of your budget now? Your team is kind of like borked. Right?
You're buying rapid spinners for the rest of your budget.
Yeah, exactly. You want like you're buying and no boots on the Volk. That's it.
Right. You're buying rapid spinners, or you're investing heavily into heavy duty boots incorporated.
Yeah, Torterrapins are up. Sorry
also,
for
notably,
the delay on the transition, guys.
Oh, you're okay.
I do have the Volcarona going to the Arcaniners.
Also, notably, Kelly doesn't have a Mon yet. Kelly or Frosted, I think. Both still have 0.
Frosted as well, yeah. I think so, yeah. Well, Kelly is up on the clock to nominate a Mon. Doesn't mean they're going to take what they nominate, but they are nominating Iron Treads.
Iron Treads. Okay, solid.
Good Mon. One of the better ground types, for sure. Excadrill's typing. We do see 250 bids at the same time. I think that Lars's holds and Goldoa's is canceled, and then Kelly's going to up bid to 75 here. And we do see Lars going back up to 100. So.
Okay. I mean, if Kelly hasn't used any budget, I could see him taking this to 200.
Yeah.
Lars
Treads,
at 150.
200, really?
I think Treads
Lars gets this.
I think Treads a little underrated, but oh yeah. 150 is reasonable too. Okay.
Yeah, 150 for Treads is nice. I like that.
Enamorous and Treads is also a really good start to a team. Enamorous sure. And Iron Treads, really solid start.
My problem is that their speeds are really close.
Oh sure, yeah. Iron Treads is like 116ish or something.
Yeah, I think they're like 2 speed points off from each other, like base speed.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't
really
know.
Close.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So the Victinis are on the clock. Once again, we're into the last third of round 2 for the auction. And
man, round 2's moving.
Yeah, it's moving quicker, for sure. Now we don't know how long the breaks in between rounds are going to be, but you know.
Oh no, you're
our coaches
absolutely
do
right.
have to go to the washroom and get some
course.
water and stuff. And Jolt is conducting interviews at lightning speed in between rounds somehow, as well, which is crazy.
I just looked this up on the fly. Enamorous and Iron Treads are the exact same speeds here. They're both 106.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I knew they were really close. I didn't know they were right on, but yeah.
Yeah.
They hit 346 at max at level 100. Yeah. Yeah, it's well, one can use booster energy and the other one can't, and is forced into a choice scarf, so it's a little bit different, right? We do have an iron bundle and an immediate up bid to 50 from the Victinis.
Oh, so Iron Bundle. This is a solid mon. Interesting.
A lot of people think it's a fraud, actually.
A fraud? Yeah, I will say.
A lot of people think Bundle's a fraud. Yeah.
I first picked it in a draft league, like round 1, pick 1, and I think it got 1 kill the entire season. That's more on me than it is on Bundle, but I tend to agree. I think like mid 100s is solid for Bundle here.
Yeah. I would probably stop at 125 considering everybody's budget. I wouldn't go higher than this. Of course, we do have the Victinis and the Sawsbucks kind of battling
Frosted
out here.
has
Frosted needs
like
a
full budget. So, yeah. She has a full budget, needs a Pokemon. She could take it up if she wanted to fight for it.
Yeah.
Might just end it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think 125.
I figured, and I anticipated that one and got the winner box up and the Mon really quick. So,
Iron Bundle.
Yeah, I knew that was going to end. A lot of people don't like Bundle because it has to hit Hydro Pumps. And if you make it your Terra Mon, then you just use your Terra on a S tier Mon, which means you get no other Terra. And then, that's if you want to hit like Terra Blast Water, right? You don't have to hit a Hydro Pump. But we do have the Empoleon nominating Greninja. So let's see, Greninja.
For 25.
Has Battle Bond now, has Swords Dance, has Trailblaze.
Okay, solid pickups here. Battle Bond has changed, right? It no longer transforms, it just gets a stat boost.
No
Is that
way.
correct?
No way.
Or just the starting bid?
My God.
This feels disrespectful.
That's no shot.
This feels incredibly disrespectful.
I can't even think of what Goldoa's team name is. It's the Empoleon. I'm trying to update this. I cannot believe Greninja just went for 25. No way. That's crazy steal.
Yeah. If you had told a Gen 7 or Gen 8 draft battler that Greninja would go for the lowest amount possible, they would lose their minds.
Right? That's insane. Like, I've seen Greninja go undrafted when it was Torrent only. This thing has Battle Bond and Protean. What are we doing here, guys? What's going on? Why is Greninja going for 25?
Hey, I mean...
my God. All right. That's a steal. That's definitely the steal of the round.
A steal. Steal of the round so far, for sure.
Wow. That and Thundy, I think, are up there.
Yeah, Thundy for 75 is also insane. But I mean, like, when you put that into, like, comparison, Greninja for 25, Thundy for 75, like, the Greninja's still a steal.
Yeah.
All right, we got a Zoomerl up next.
Yeah,
from
we have Kelly bidding on
Dragapults. Yeah, Kelly maybe will pick up Pokemon.
Kelly still doesn't have him on, huh?
No, I don't believe so. I think Kelly's just waiting it out.
Yeah.
Okay, Uzi comes up with the 75 bid.
Uzi with 75, okay. I can see Azu going for like 100, maybe 125 at most.
I don't even like Azu, I'm not going to lie.
Azu lost some tools too. It lost knockoff. Like, it's, I don't know.
75 is the most I would pay for it.
And it is going to go for 75.
Yeah. 75 sold.
There we go. Awesome. So that's going to go to Uzi. Got Azu. Another water type. That one costed 75. Azu costing 75 and Gren costing 25 is just like mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
I can't figure that out. That's
I love Greninja. I have a bias towards it. Azu, I'm like 75. I would pay 75 for it, but more I would not.
Yeah. All right, we have the last pick of this round, the last nomination rather, coming from the Copenhagen Sawsbucks. Frosted about to nominate him on. We're gonna see what it is here shortly. What could it be?
Garchomp's yet to be he has not been nominated. I'm banking money. I'm banking money that it's Garchomp.
Garchomp did lose Scale Shot though, so I can see it going around 3.
But like it's still just such a solid dragon.
Yeah, of course. It's so good.
Okay, all right. I feel that's what it's gonna be, in my heart.
Frosted taking her time on this one.
Doing the Uzi method, make them wait and then snipe it out from under them.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. That is Garchomp. Yep. Okay. You called it.
I feel so validated.
Yeah. All right. I mean, late round 2, early round 3. You know, I think would have been fine for Garchomp.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
This works. Yeah, we got a bid from Goldoa and then JayVee and then Goldoa again, bumping it up to 100. Pretty big.
100 for Garchomp seems spicy. That seems good.
That does seem good. Yeah, I don't think it's like a crazy steal, but it seems like a good value for Garchomp for sure.
It seems like really good value for Garchomp. You know, like, and obviously things have changed, but Garchomp used to be like a top, like people would consider like a top 5 mon. So
yeah, and it does look like that is going to go to the Empoleon.
Garchomp for 100. Solid pickups here.
Awesome. I'll just let Jolt put in the round end message into the auction chat, and there it is. And I'm just waiting for the mid-round graphic to come in, so give me a minute. And it does seem like we are going to have another interview as well. This one's going to be with, give me a sec.
Incredible.
Looks like it's going to be with Q from the Dragapults. So,
I need to know about this 300-point Dragapult nonsense. I need to know.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah,
answers.
we'll see if they discuss it. We'll see if they. I don't know if they're both going to be in call or just Q, but
yeah.
All right, so we do have our mid-round graphic here, finally, and here it is. So Kelly's still without him on.
He's gonna pick up
else...
some crazy mons for like 25 points. You just know it.
Oh yeah,
there's no way.
Oh yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I think that's also what's gonna happen with Frosted.
Yeah, I agree.
Because both of them have the least amount of mons, right? So now everybody else has committed a lot of their budget into their teams, except for maybe JayVee, right? Because those are really cheap pickups for Skeleturge and Corviknight. So it's gonna be curious
those were
what
solid.
the S tiers are. Yeah. So
I mean, also
Greninja
Uzi still has a.
Uzi still has.
He still has like a good bit of points too. Uzi and the Empoleons. Yeah, because the Empoleon's got Greninja for 25. I blacked that out of my memory already.
Yeah, and Garchomp for 100, which is both the S tiers. To be fair, like there's nothing crazy there, right? Greninja and Garchomp have been around for a very long time, so
yeah. I
don't know if I love that. But we'll see if Goldoa can make it work. We'll see. It's not personally what I would get as my primary core in this generation anyway. There's crazy power creep this gen, so
right. Yeah, I agree.
All right. So it seems we are ready for the interview. So we're gonna cut out for a bit, and we're gonna let Jolt speak to Q for a sec. So here we go.
All right. What are you feeling about the draft so far?
I feel amazing. I got Polt and Scizor, kind of wild. I think the first round was hella fun, and then it kind of died down once people started getting like Greninja for 25. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, the first round was pretty fire, but now it's kind of died down. So like I think a lot of people are thinking a little more strategically at the moment, which is pretty cool.
What do you think is going to happen in the later rounds?
I think people are gonna get steals for like just 25 points, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, how did they get an Iron Moth for 25?" And it's gonna be like, "Damn, I guess everyone messed up in theory if that happens."
Yeah.
Yeah. I fully agree with Q there. Heard something about a 25-point Greninja, and stuff's going crazy.
Right.
Fully understand the sentiment there. But yeah, everybody blowing their budget is what's causing this, right? Now, like Greninja as like one of the S tiers would have been incredible. I don't personally feel that Goldoa got the best pairing with Garchomp alongside it. Seems to be making a Gen 6 team over there with Bren, Garchomp, and Mew.
But to be, to their credit, a very strong Gen 6 team.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Also, Q talking about picking up Polt and Scizor, which is a really solid start to a core. So.
Yeah, of course, yeah. For sure. One good fairy and this thing's done, right? Like, you could fill this out with, like, I don't know, a Lillipup, and it'd be fine. Probably.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. I think I got confirmation from Jolt that they're going to be back a little bit quicker this time, I think. I don't know, he's conducting other interviews that we're not even using on stream in the interim, which is crazy. Like, what are you doing this for? I guess it's going to be for a video or for a compilation or something of everybody's thoughts. But yeah, that's wild.
Work hard, play hard, man.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right. Just resetting up here, guys.
Keep seeing questions in the chat.
Yeah, we should probably address the chat a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is my first time streaming, by the way, from my own setup. So We do have the draft is back, the auction, sorry. So we are gonna have to cut to that very soon. But
I see.
Yeah.
To answer a few quick questions, the amount of points they have is 500, so each coach gets 500 to spend on the auction. And yes, Mono is involved. He's at least in the server, so I think he's involved in admin things. So there you go.
Yep.
All right.
With the analysts and stuff. So yeah, Mono's around. Yeah.
Frosted on the clock with Hydreigon.
Hydra.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hydreigon.
This is a mon that I think
bumped up to 50.
is incredibly strong, and also a
Especially
really
this
solid
gen,
Terra target. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, pretty good Terra target for sure with Steel, right? Having that levitate.
Yeah, Steel. I think some
Flash
people
being able to hit the fairies.
Right. Some people like Poison too. I'm a little bit. I think that one's a little more cute than it is the best, but it's nice.
It depends on the matchup, really. But
right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Those are definitely very solid types, considering you have the levitate for the ground immunity. We do see a 125 bid coming in from the Sawsbucks, so Frosted might be able to get the Hydra.
Scooping Hydra for
does look
125
like
here is
Lars.
strong.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. But I mean, at this point, like, you know, with everybody
Right,
exhausting
yeah.
their budget, it doesn't look as impressive.
No, for sure. But I mean, like, Frosted has the budget to throw around, right? So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so it does go to Frosted. We are going to see the Hydreigon go to the Sawsbucks. And,
Solid.
Yeah.
Good
for
pickup, good
125.
pickup.
Pretty good, yeah. All right. So, the Dragapults are now on the clock, of course, next up, and then after that will be Goldoa. If you guys are having trouble following along, just look at the bottom of the screen. We do have the nomination order at the bottom, if you haven't caught on to that yet. So,
Dragapults notably don't have
Pults are
much
up.
budget left, so
they don't. So they're probably going to nominate something that they don't want.
either
Right,
something they
they're
don't
gonna
want or something they think won't go for much. But probably the don't want would be my guess here. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so as well, yeah.
There are
Seems
just
to be
like so many people behind them
strat.
that have like triple their budget. So
For sure. They are taking a little bit of time to decide. But they, of course, do
got it.
have Dragapult and Scizor, so they are looking for a fairy, as we did mention in the mid-round.
right, they want a really solid
gonna be
fairy to
something.
go last round. That would be the ideal scenario for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, they sure are taking their time, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Q.
You got it. You got to
If you're
come
in
up with the
stream,
strat.
if you're listening to the stream, go and make your pick now. What are you doing? You're keeping us waiting. Iron Moth. Okay, there we go.
Hey, all
right.
you have to do
And
is
he got
ask.
a 1 minute. They got a 1 minute warning, as you can see.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so they had a minute left. When you see that on screen, it means they have a minute left to make their nomination. So they didn't nominate Iron Moth. I swear, if this goes for 25 right now,
There's just
There's
no
no
shot.
there's no way. It's not moving. Nobody's going. No, guys, don't let him have it for. Dude, they win. They win.
I just
They
like
literally
I
just
don't
won.
even
They won the auction. I don't care.
like okay.
They-
People when it first came out, people were like, "Oh man, this thing doesn't get Quiver Dance." Yeah, it would be busted beyond belief if it got Quiver Dance. It doesn't need Quiver Dance. This is egregious.
Bro,
Kelly's
25
sitting there
Moth
with 500 points and just lets this
doing
go
nothing.
for 25.
Doing nothing, dude. Get something, man.
Bro, just chuck
my
50
God.
at it. Just try.
Seriously. At least that means they won't get it, right? We do
Oh
see
my
Zapdos
God.
nominated for the Empoleon.
Okay.
This is a mon I thought would go round two, but people stuck with offense. We have simultaneously timed bids coming in, 50 each from the Weaviles and the Donphan. And we do have 75 from the Empoleon. So, sticking with it.
Zapdos, really good piece. Really good defensive, good defogger.
Yeah.
You know,
Does
I
it,
think it.
does it get... I don't think it gets defogged this gen.
Oh, does it not?
No.
Oh,
All right.
well.
And
My
Goldoa
bad.
stays built in a Gen 6 team
Yeah.
while in Gen 9. So this
To
is
their credit,
interesting.
a very good Gen 6 team, but you are right.
Yes. I would have killed for this in Gen 6. Don't get me wrong, but Goldoa, I'm sorry. I don't think this is looking too hot. I mean, look, the 25-point Greninja, great. Everything else, kind of shaky. There's a lot of power creep this gen, and you should be taking advantage of it. But the Victinis are on the clock, as we will see. Sorry, I forgot to transition there. Zapdos going to the New York Empoleon, and as we wait for the Victinis to make their nomination. Still a lot of really good mons on the board. You know what I'm surprised that we haven't seen is Ursaluna.
Oh, that's such a
Ursaluna
solid
is
point.
something that I thought would go early, but a lot of people are adverse to it because you think ground type, you think like a switch into everything, you think stealth rocks, you think, right, you lean more toward that, and then when you make your ground type fully offensive like that, you kind of get like left in a bind against certain typings. But Ursaluna, especially with Terra, is crazy.
Terra,
Like,
if you can
absolutely
like
crazy.
squeeze it onto a team where you can like kind of reliably set up Trick Room for it too, is a little bit nuts.
Torn T.
Torn T.
Being thrown out here for 25 for the Victinis. Torn T did lose a lot of tools.
A little bit of a fall from
Knockoff,
grace.
Defog. Yeah. Got Bleak Windstorm, which is supposed to be a more accurate Hurricane, but it's not. It's going to go for 25, isn't it?
There's no shot,
Oh
dude.
my.
It's still like such a good regenerator, mon.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm foaming. I can't talk.
This is crazy. What is happening?
Greninja, Iron Moth, Torn T, all 25? 25?
This is experimental, guys. This is our first time doing this in the GBA. Please bear with us. We may not know how to auction yet, apparently, because these mons going for 25 is
it's okay.
absolutely
That's
crazy.
That's content, baby.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Get the backs. Just get it, please. Maybe Kelly was waiting until everybody had like 200 budget left. Could not.
What if he?
200.
He just gets
Come
it
on.
for 25. Oh no. Okay.
No way. Okay.
Uzi comes in with 50.
This is up to 100. Kelly's at 125. I don't know if Uzi can afford this anymore. 150. Okay, they can keep bidding.
He can afford it up to like 225, I think.
Kelly at 175. I did forget to put Torn on the stream. I do apologize for that, guys, but I did show you the winner of the Torn. You guys saw it. You guys heard it. You're fine. 175 for Baxcalibur to Kelly.
I think Kelly lands
Kelly
this,
finally
yeah.
getting... Yes, finally.
On
Kelly
the board.
finally getting him on.
My
And I
boy.
did remember to transition to Baxcalibur this time because this thing's a beast. Especially with Terra. It's absolutely cracked. Don't get it twisted.
That man's not under
Crazy
the radar anymore.
Oh,
Now
no.
he's on the radar.
Oh yeah, he's finally on the radar, finally on the board. Good job, Kelly. Applause for you. The Bullet Punch Club, Uzi and MattyBrollic, of course, being the assistant coach, they are on the clock and they have a nomination to make here.
See if we
Excited to
get
what they go for.
the classic like wait 5 minutes and then
Yeah.
nominate again.
Yeah.
Oh man, some absolutely insane pickups this round so far.
Yeah. Uzi taking quite some time here to decide what to nominate.
It's part of the strategy. You got to respect it.
Yeah. It's probably important. All right. Stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Baxcalibur for 175 I think was reasonable, especially with where we were at in the draft.
Right.
If we're going back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I
the
think
Torn 2 for 25 was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, insane. Like obviously, like you said, I didn't know Zapdos lost Defog. That's news to me. But again, I haven't played much post home. But like Torn, I knew at least had lost a lot of tools. You know, like a lot of mons lost knockoff. But it's kind of crazy that it still went for 25, considering it's still just like such a good regenerator mon.
Yeah.
Just come in,
Okay,
you
Uzi
turn,
is
and
is on a 1 minute warning here. All right, there we go. Dragonite. Ooh, Dragonite. I forgot Dragonite was on the board. That's
Draganote.
huge. Yeah. Yeah, nice spelling there. Uzi, I didn't see that. It's a little far from me on OBS. You can probably see a little bit better.
Yeah, I have the whole Discord pulled up. Draganote. Yeah. I don't. most other teams have dragons at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
Most other teams have dragons and like.
Why isn't this moving? No. Stop. Guys.
Bro, I don't
know what to say.
I'm
There's no way. Oh my god, he got it.
I'm losing it.
Matty's gonna lose it. Matty's gonna lose it. Uzi's gonna lose it. No way they just got Dragonite for 25. I can hear Uzi going on a rant already. That is nuts.
I know, like when I brought up Dragapult yesterday and how I think it's overrated. We talked about how I think Dragonite is now like probably one of the top 3 dragons in the format. And yeah, just under Dragapult.
Easily.
The difference between paying 300 for like the quote unquote best dragon in the format and 25 for the second best is blowing my mind.
What is going on? He has Goldengo Dragonite. Oh, their speed is a little bit wonky.
Yeah, the speed is terrible, but just like Dragonite can be very centralizing. You just Terra normal extreme speed, and some teams can't get past that.
Blow some stuff up. Yeah, Terra flying, right?
Yeah, Terra flying
I'm not
sure
too. If D-Knight is actually allowed to Terra, I'm not gonna lie. It might be one of the Terra bans. You guys can confirm in chat for those who know. But we do see Screamtail nominated. Nice.
Screamtail.
This shouldn't go for too much, and this is a really good mon. This is
really
fun.
Super, like one of the better utility Pokemon in the format. Shouldn't be too expensive, but like really solid fairy type pair.
Absolutely. Really good. Oh, if this goes to the Pults.
Yeah, I was about to say, if the Pults could like scoop this for 50, they would be living.
But why is nothing moving now? Okay, so
just
it looks
because
like Screamtail's gonna go for 25 too.
It's the 25 only meta.
I see. Yeah, everybody only has 25 left. Everybody blew their budget already. I guess we'll see that when we look at the mid-round graphic for round 3 once that's done. But yeah, Screamtail for 25. Crazy.
Insane.
All right.
Absolutely insane.
Good job to the Weaviles for getting that. Just Weavile. Very nice. All right, Play More Esports are on the clock. Are we going to see another nomination and Instagrab?
No.
Or are we going to see... On Slitherwing, we could. This is a mon that doesn't move much. Slitherwing, we definitely could.
Pretty solid, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like someone's got to want this. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's not moving yet.
Okay, my whole perspective is... All right.
But this is what happens when you break the bank.
You have to wonder. You have to wonder, do you think that people at this point are putting in mons they want to get for 25 because it's happened so many times this round? Or do you think people are putting in mons that they think someone will go for?
Look, I hope they're putting in mons that they want. Otherwise, they're getting stuck with stuff they don't want, but stuff that's really good nonetheless. Like,
so to be fair, Slitherwing also in the sun is very good, right? Like, they have they have Torkoal, Roaring Moon. Funny?
What? If George got it.
Yeah.
George got
just
it.
like the 100 and under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all look the same. They're all fiery.
Yeah.
Even though this thing isn't a fire type.
Hey, pick it as the Terra target, baby. Yeah, okay. So Slitherwing in the sun is actually making it's kind of selling me on this pickup a little bit more. Initially, I was thinking.
Oh, that was the Tarheel, right? Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
No, that is really good.
Now,
oh my god. No,
yeah, 2 of their very strong pieces in sun can just like come in and break through things. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm imagining, is Slitherwing an A tier or an S tier?
I think it's an A.
I'm on an A.
Pretty sure it's an A.
Yeah, super solid A tier then. Good, solid pickup. All right, we got the Coilers on the clock. The Coilers, notably one of the teams that only has, like, they can only bid 25. So do they put something that they want up and risk it, or do they just like?
No, I'd get rid of the stuff that you don't want, that you know people are gonna take.
Yeah, I feel like
that makes it easier for you, right?
I feel like the Coilers, because the Coilers and the Snugglers both can only spend 25 on a mon from here on out.
Oh, really?
A Meowscarada will not go for 25.
No, there's the 50 from the Dragapults. The Dragapults
Okay,
could get this.
immediately.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that should go to the Weaviles for 75. We do see both coach and assistant coach bid at the same time. That's funny.
That's funny.
I think that's the first time we've seen that.
To the Donphans for 100.
Yeah.
Meowscarada is strong. I think it's probably not as strong as a lot of people thought it was at the beginning of the format, but it is very good. And I think that
it's still very good. It outspeeds Greninja. Like, that speed tier is crazy.
Right.
A move that always crits just to break through defense raises and stuff.
Right, yeah, like
one of
Flower...
the only knockoff mons. Huge.
Flower Trick is also just like an overtuned move, so...
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And access to U-turn, spikes, can run special set with Leaf Storm, Power Gem, gets Play Rough, which is very spammable in late games. When you think you've got the Meowscarada covered, it just spams Thunder Punch or Play Rough. And it looks like Uzi and Matty are going to be getting this for 125. Yeah. Very nice.
Good
very nice
pickup
for them. Yeah.
Dragonite and Meowscarada.
Dragonite plus Meow. Oh, boy.
And for a grand total of 150 points, I might add, in the same round is nuts.
If you guys didn't think that Uzi and Matty were going to be a force to be reckoned with this season, I hope you do now, because they are getting some crazy good mods here.
Yeah,
not to say they're the only team doing that, but yeah, this is crap.
The strategy is there for sure.
The Donphan are on the clock. All right. So we got 3 more coaches and assistant coaches, of course. Teams, organizations, we should be saying.
The orgs.
Up for nomination for this round. We have the Borussia Donphan coming in with Palmot for 50 immediately. I would have kept that at 25. I don't know why you bid 50 on that.
Okay, I'm just going to go on
Arcaniners
here.
And the Snugglers are the other 2.
Revival Blessing has to be legal for this thing to be going this early, right?
It's the only reason it's even in this tier.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
Like, there's no way. Without Revival Blessing, then you're not even an A tier, in my opinion, as a Palmot. You don't do enough. But it looks like they are going to get it for 50, and I don't...
50.
I can kind of understand why they upbid it to 50. They were probably trying to block somebody else that can't bid 50.
Right.
Or somebody that can bid 50, rather, but
50,
can't
but
bid
couldn't
75.
bid. Right.
Yeah. Very nice. Good strat. I see that Lars understands this format pretty well.
Yeah. Also has like one of the more interesting teams so far, especially picking up the Palmot.
For sure. Gyarados immediately. This is an interesting Terramon, actually. This is quite good.
Yeah, I think Gyarados is very good in this format.
It's a slept-on Terramon for sure.
Can be like
Arcaniners
an incredible like a bulky piece with Intimidate. Can also be just like an incredible offensive piece with Moxie. You always have to like worry about Gyarados just Dragon Dancing. Like, I think it's very good.
Oh yeah.
Gyarados
for 25.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
This is understandable because of where we are in the draft and whatnot.
It is a little bit more understandable, but like,
yeah. This one I'm not as upset about. Like the Dragonite, the Greninja, stuff like that. Yeah, Gyarados, I'll live. So we have one more nomination this round. It's gonna be the Snugglers left.
Snugglers.
Yep.
All right. Do they put something they want or something that they want people to fight over? Grimmsnarl. I think Grimmsnarl's very good in this format.
Kelly in the mix.
Oh yeah, for 50.
For the Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl plus Bax is pretty solid. I can get behind this.
Yeah.
I think just like being able to set up priority screens is kind of nasty. And like you have a really good abuser for that already.
Looks like it's going.
Yeah, looks like it's going.
I mean, Kelly needs
for
a
50.
mon, right? He needs another mon.
Yeah, Kelly needs something, dude.
There we go. So Grimmsnarl going to the Torterrapins, and I think that concludes round 3.
Yes.
We're just gonna wait for the message here. Back in 5. We'll see if it's actually 5, but all right. So okay, there we go. Sorry, just doing stuff in the back, guys. And
I'm stoked to see that mid-round screen.
There it is. It's up. It's up. They already got it up. That was really
beautiful.
fast. They saved that in a flash. All right, cool. So yeah, we see Frosted with Bundle and Hydra only. The only other teams with only 2 mons at this point are Kelly, which was expected. Didn't have any going into this round. Baxcalibur and Grimmsnarl. And then Snugglers with Palafin and Annihilate, right? They're biding their time. But everybody else has 3 or more at this point. Of course, Geo, we said, has the Gen 6 team. Uzi's team is looking insane. Although they are lacking a little bit.
Cracked.
Yeah, they are lacking a little bit in like the mid-range speed. From like base 100 to base 110.
Right,
that's where I would fix the problem. But of course, they have all the snake picks after, right? This isn't the entire team. Keep in mind, guys, these are only the first 5 picks. So
right.
That's,
we do a more traditional draft tomorrow. So.
Oh, well, starting immediately after this one, actually. The coaches are going to continue. And they're going to be on the timer, and a very strict one, so that we can stream the snake draft tomorrow for you all.
I see.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood
that. Yeah, no worries. So Jolt is hitting me up, has an interview with none other than Uzi, and Matty, I believe, is also there with Uzi. So we're gonna mute ourselves, and we're gonna let you listen to this. I assume it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, probably.
Here we go.
To hear from the most this round.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go.
Tell me about what happened this round.
Yeah, so basically the main thing that was going on here was that we realized that in order to beat the people at this game, we got to make them spend all their money. And in order to do that, we got to give them the Pokemon that they want, that we don't necessarily want ourselves. And that's exactly what we did with Dragapult and other Pokemon Dragapult, Volcarona, and so on. And in doing so, we let these people spend all the money that they want. And because of that, we got our first pick, aka Goldengo, which is easily one of the best Steel-type Pokemon out there with a really nice Ghost typing in its own, meaning that we can block their rapid spins, we can set up screens, we can make it rain, all that good kind of stuff.
We saw Azumarill was available. It just seems like a good Pokemon all around this generation. Good typing, got some nice priority. Just pretty solid value amongst the A-tier Pokemon. So we said, hey, why not just drop a few dollars on it? And if people really want it, then like Uzi said, kind of fits our strategy. Let the people get what they want, and we'll figure it out from there. But they let us have that one, so that was great. And yeah, we got Azu.
Because we took our time and let these people vote for, spend all their money on the Pokemon that they want, we were mainly looking for 2 potential options, Baxcalibur or Dragonite. Now, Baxcalibur, we couldn't take it. Every single one of these competitors, they could not take the dragon of their choice because they already got one. And as a result, I chose Dragonite. We, the Bullet Punch Club, chose Dragonite, and we had the heist of the century, because we only spent $25 on what is easily the best Dragon type in the Generation 9 Draft League metagame. And for that, all that's left to say is that it's just too sweet.
2, 1. All right, that was a lot.
Yeah, Uzi is the anime villain and the protagonist, bro. I knew in my heart that there was no way that like Dragapult should have went for 300. He's just bidding it up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like,
of course.
Looking
getting
back on this
25
round
is ridiculous. It is crazy.
Yes,
yeah.
Looking back on this round, like him kind of like doing the bidding war of Baxcalibur with Kelly, like he just knew he could. He just like, Kelly doesn't have a Mon, why not?
Yeah.
The strategy.
Yeah, and I mean you got to upbid him, but I mean at that point, like even if Kelly gets Baxcalibur for 25, what's left on the board that's that crazy that it would even matter anymore, right? Later on, everybody already has a lot of Mons. Kelly was the last one there. Somebody should upbid him, but I don't really think it made that much of a difference at that point. But I'm not sure. I'd have to really like go in depth into analysis.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like if Kelly had gotten backs for like 25 or whatever, you know what happens? He just gets something later for 200 points because he can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're still not back yet. Obviously, that interview took a little while, and I think again Jolt is doing other interviews in between, which is just nuts to me. Like Jolt's really running the show. Shoutouts to Jolt, by the way. Hashtag Jolt in the chat. One's in the chat for Jolt. Very much appreciated. Has really undertook this entire GBA season and got us back up and running. We wouldn't even have a GBA season 10 if it wasn't for him. So. Thank you to Jolt for all your work and everybody working behind the scenes to make this possible. We just want to put that out there right away. I'll transition over to our other screen to make sure you guys don't miss when the auction kicks back off.
So we've got some we've got some teams coming together though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, in that little break, I think we mentioned, you know, the Bullet Punch Club has like a really solid squad coming together. I think you're right. They need something in sort of that like, kind of like mid-range speed tier, something between 100 and 120 to kind of sure that up. Playmore Esports has a really solid, like, kind of like a weird Sun core where a lot of what they're abusing in Sun isn't fire types, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Round
we have
4.
movement. San Diego moving. Slowking for 50 already from Kelly.
Yeah.
Slowking makes sense for Kelly because of Baxcalibur, Chili Reception.
Yeah,
very nice.
absolutely.
If Kelly gets this for 50, that's huge.
That's big.
It's actually very big. Yeah.
Also, just like, you know, really solid defensive piece. But Chili Reception, I think especially like Chili Reception into Baxcalibur here, great pickup.
It looks like Kelly's going to get it.
Yeah, I can't imagine many people paying more than that for Slow King at this point in the draft. I have to wonder, you know, did like the Snugglers think they were going to get that? Because now they're pretty much locked out of the rest of the round, right?
Yeah.
Like for all intents and purposes.
All right, we got the Arcaniners. No, I don't think they were gonna get it, and I don't even think they wanted it. If I'm being honest, I think they're gonna wait until the very end.
Yeah,
to get everything that they want. Whenever everybody's on like very low budget to where they can only afford 25 per mon and it's just their nominations, I think that's what they're waiting for. They already got their Palafin and Annihilate, which is cracked. I think they're gonna Terra Annihilate. If I'm being honest.
I would.
That makes the most sense, yeah.
I think so.
Definitely over Palafin. Palafin is just a straight breaker and can run bulk up, and it doesn't need its Terra necessarily to be crazy.
I agree.
But I have seen Terra Palafin go nuts as well. So
yeah, just like Terra Water jet punches.
Yeah, we saw that very recently actually in the GBA fan tournament. I believe it was Zing with or Genius X with a Terra Mirror Herb Palafin to beat a Volcarona.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's
really
actually
cracked.
very strong. Yeah.
So there's an argument for Palafin, but I think it's going to be an Annihilate. At San Francisco, George is taking a while to decide on what he wants to nominate here. It's we're waiting.
Ellie's team is really coming together though, actually. For like being such a late starter, like backs Grim into Slow King.
Into Slow King.
So so you have like all the pivoting into Baxcalibur. Yeah, like Prankster Parting Shots.
Yeah. Of course, one's blocked by Dark types, the other one's blocked by Taunt, so it's not exactly the same as like U-turn Volt Switch, but you know, Garganical being
this
nominated.
is a really strong Pokemon I haven't even thought of.
I don't know if it necessarily goes with his Goldfish Moth core, but it does look like he's gonna get Garg for 25.
He needs something that's not like weak to Stealth Rocks. The Chi-Yu, Volcarona, Gyarados, like you might have should have picked a Rapid Spinner here, bud.
Yeah, I don't know. George is like drafting every Terra viable Mon, and he will not be able to Terra all of them.
Oh, that's actually really funny, right? A really solid point.
Yeah, Chi-Yu, Volcarona, Gyarados, and now Organical.
Yeah, all scary Pokemon.
Amoonguss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amoonguss, super solid, good defensive
from the
piece.
Weaviles. 50 bid. Very nice. Yeah, Amoonguss is really strong. One of the better defensive pieces for sure. It checks a lot of important things in the format, like Palafin and stuff, right? That we mentioned earlier.
Right. I also just think like almost any Pokemon that has access to like Spore, like its value goes up tremendously just through that.
Wait, George just bid on this. This would be his last mon. 75. Amoonguss is his last mon?
Oh, sure enough.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, George's team is done, guys. We have Chiyu, Volcarona, quite interesting, Gyarados, Garganacl, and Slowking. That is George's team done. But everybody else still has to go. So as you can see, like some coaches are going to finish in earlier rounds than others. So I don't know if Jolt is going to mention that this concludes George's team. He might here. They just put the sold message. Nothing else thus far.
They have completed.
The Arcaniners, and completed, and will be skipped in round 5. Exactly. All right. So cool.
Interesting.
We got confirmation of that. So yeah. All right. So who's up next would be the well, that was George's nomination, I think, right? Or
no, George nominated
no, that was Lars's. Okay. All right. So here we go with Del and Owen coming in. They already have a really cracked team. I'm very excited to see what they're going to nominate here, and I think they still have a reasonable amount of points as well, so they're going to upbid a couple of times.
No, they only have they can only bid 25 each now.
Oh, really? They're already at that point?
They only have 50 points left on their team. Yeah.
That was quick. Okay, so once again, very interested to see what they're going to nominate here, because it's either do they want it and think that nobody else is going to upbid it, or do they not want it and are just trying to get rid of Mons on the board, right?
I think as long as like you have some like backups, I think you probably have to take a shot at like getting something you want.
Yeah.
I feel like waiting
until
I think you take
plan
a shot
for like 5 Mons and then try to get them for 25 each. That's probably a good way to look at it. Yeah. They are taking their time here. I'm assuming they're going to get 1 minute warninged very soon. But understandably, this is tight. This is an important moment for them because their team is already very good, but they want to make it that much better. Quack. No way Quack goes for 25, right? Straight to 100 from Kelly.
Straight Beautiful. To 100. Kelly's like, I got the budget, baby.
Yeah. I don't know why he jumped to 100.
I do what I want.
He's blocking somebody for sure.
Still, go to 50.
Yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, at that point. You could just upbid the next bid, and then you're still at 100.
Yeah, Quack for 100 looks good here. Also matches Kelly's team pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has Slowking already, but Double Water is never a bad type to double up on.
Yeah,
right?
Agree.
I think that's pretty good. So we do have the Quack coming in from Kelly. That was the Coilers nomination. So up next is TarHeel, Play More Esports. And
Quack.
that's what is that? Is that Lando T? Round 4 Lando T, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gen 9.
Welcome to Gen 9, baby.
Yeah, that is what's happening here.
Immediately to 125 and then 150. I think they thought that like this like 100 bid might pass, but we've still got Kelly and Frosted with like half their budget left.
Yeah. So 100, 125. So we're at 150 from the Sawsbucks for the infamous OU staple.
Can't fathom anyone has the budget left to contest this.
No way. No. Frosted definitely gets this.
Yeah. Like maybe a few people, but like it might not fit their team at this point. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Frosted
Lando
gets
T
this.
going to the Sawsbucks. And that's going to pair with Iron Bundle and Hydreigon. Not bad. Need a little bit of that middle speed, the same thing that that Uzi's missing, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like in the 100 range.
Yeah, maybe a little bit higher, 105, 110.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, 105 to 110. Agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
something you
can
remedy with
clock.
like a Mismagius, right?
Yeah,
something
easy.
As simple as that. Yep. All right, Gengar being nominated from the Weaviles. So there's that base 110 speed. That would actually be pretty good for Frosted as well.
That would be, yeah, because a ghost type would pair really well with her team, as is like too. Having the
and seeing
bundle and the
can go
Hydreigon.
mixed. I don't think you're overloading on special attackers either, because Hydra can go mixed.
Right.
With DD. So Gengar's interesting, but it does look like the Weaviles are maybe gonna just cleanly get Gengar
Just
here.
Scoop the 25-point Gengar.
I mean, Gengar is a mon that often goes undrafted. So
Yeah.
I'm not at all shocked by this.
It's like it's so strong, but it feels like it's like
There it is.
you know, early gen strong. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
still a very good Pokemon, but a little bit dated in what it can do compared to other things. If it still had Levitate, we'd be in business. But
Yeah.
yeah, it goes for 25.
Bullet
Uzi's
Punch
on the
Club
clock.
is
I think
up,
we can. We can.
meaning we're over
kick
halfway
back
through the
and-
round.
We can kick back and wait
Yeah.
for a clean 5 minutes.
For Uzi?
he's been
I don't know about-
putting drafts off.
Wait. If this goes for 25, that's a steal. That's another massive steal. And they only have 25 left, right?
Yes.
I think they only have 25 left on their budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This for 25 is insane.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's so
And
good.
it looks like it's going to go.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
my God.
It's so
No, they-
good. Oh my
They
god.
have a crack team. Let me look at this. Goldengo, Dragonite, Azu, Meowscarada, Zapdos G. Now
What
they
is,
just need something at like base 110 and they're golden.
Yeah, because Zapdos G is like what? Like 100 flat? It's the same as Zapdos?
Yeah. Exactly.
Crazy. What a solid
Really good
team. Yeah.
Scarfer too. Way better Scarfer than Zapdos could ever be. Way better Choicemon in general,
Right.
right? Running Choice
Yeah.
Band. Just so good for them. It's a really good breaker to pair with Dragonite. You just get everything in a range of E-speed. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, the Thunderous Kick, its special attack, just like means that like the switch-ins that it has are going to become like progressively worse and worse. You know, like you need full health switch-ins for this thing.
yeah.
Crazy.
Monstrous, man.
What a good squad.
Yeah, really solid. And I mean, Matty being the assistant coach there, just
Yeah.
what a huge pickup for Uzi to have MattyBrollic as the assistant coach for the Bullet Punch
Agree.
Club. Very
Yeah.
good, very good choice.
Insane.
Oh yeah, PS, yeah, Bullet Punch Club is
Yeah.
also done. That's their 5 mons, as we were covering, of course. You guys already know that, but yeah, the Torterrapins. Kelly is on the clock, under the radar. Got to make a nomination. Probably gonna get 1 minute warning very soon.
Now people are like,
We're waiting.
it's in the pinch mode. We have to figure out what my team needs.
Low key Uzi winning now, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
Uzi's
could
doing
see that.
good.
I mean, if Matty can step in for a couple of games, not to say that Uzi's a bad player, Uzi's a good player, but okay, there's the Ursaluna, and we see it jump to 100 and 125.
Okay.
So Kelly really
Yeah.
running this Ursaluna. Very good with
Right.
Baxcalibur. You can't Terra it, but I liked, and he has Trick Room Slowking.
Yeah, I was about to say
Ooh.
he picked up Slowking already, so he kind of has like a very slow mode and also like a very fast mode on his team with Quack too.
And I don't
The-
think anybody can contest this 125 either.
I don't think so. No, I think he gets it clear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
crazy. Really
And
good pickup.
This is
honestly.
obviously very difficult to monitor at the same time, but like at this point, the ones running, everybody running the auction right now should probably pay attention to when nobody can bid anymore and just immediately sell, and not keep us waiting. But that is going to be tough to manage, I assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do see Ursaluna going to the Torterrapins. Very nice for 125.
Oh,
Solomon,
and Kelly went from no Mons to finishing up his team
To
this
5.
round too. Yeah,
yeah.
a solid squad too. Like
Yeah, picked up 3
especially
mons
for
this round.
yeah for not
Oh,
having like really fought over anything first round, like all of the like heavy hitter Pokemon, like put together a really solid squad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah,
I'm
I do
a
too.
fan.
I like it a lot. I think
the
so.
Victinis are up.
Victini is on the clock.
Sandy Shocks for 25.
Sandy
That would be a
Shocks.
steal.
That
should go
would
for at least 75. But we're at the
their
point
team
where nobody can afford it
very
anymore.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking. I just realized I'm looking at the round 3 recap. The Victinis still have a ton of points left too. They have like infinite points left because all of their picks have been steals.
Oh, true. Yeah, the Torn, the Skelly, and the Corviknight.
Yeah, the Corv being their most expensive one. Yeah, what?
And they just got shots
another
for 25.
steal.
Yeah.
So
and they have a ton of budget
into
left to get whatever they want.
Yeah, going into the final round, we'll have 275 points to pick up whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah, huge.
This is such a good addition to their team as well, giving you the Volt Switch option, and it's also like it also just happens to be immune to Electric for the Corv and the Torn.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, actually really good. Yeah. We see an Amorous T. Now, I'm not a fan of an Amorous T. 50 sold? What? what is Goldoa saying?
I think they're just saying like I'm not going over.
I'm like, oh. Okay. I love that he said sold. Like, yeah, you take it. There you go. So 50 from the Dragapults for an Amorous T. So that's their fairy.
It's super bulky, right? Like as the counterpart to.
It's deceptively not bulky. Is the way I like to look at it.
I just looked it up, so it has a pretty low HP stat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Its defenses are quite high, but the HP is what matters most, especially when you're like boosting the other stats, which an Amorous T is capable of.
Right.
Who was it that just got that?
That was the Dragapult, so that was their Fairy Dragon Steel.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Complete.
Correct. There we go. Dragapult's winning an Amorous T, and the Pults are on the clock to nominate.
Yeah. So I think like a pretty solid pickup for them. Like it's a reasonable fairy at 50. Like not a steal, but definitely good at rounding out the like Pult and Scizor like components.
And they only had 75 left, so now they only have 25.
Yeah. So I think that was a good spot to step in and try and bid for something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We'll see what they pick. You have to imagine at this point they try to like at least shoot for something they want. Try to end their team this round, unless they're.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's still like people like Frosted still has a ton of points. Once again, the Victinis have 1,000,000 points left that they can shoot with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they can get pretty much
spot.
anything they choose. Whatever they nominate, they're getting. Essentially,
Yeah.
they can steal it.
Yeah, interesting spot here.
For sure. So once again, are the Pults going to nominate something that they actually want? I think at this point is where you can solidly say, okay, there's these 3 Mons that we'd be okay with.
That's
we'll
that's what I
nominate
think.
each
Like,
one, right?
yeah, like I have 3 Pokemon that could fit as my like final A tier in this slot. Let me just shoot at one of them and see if we hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. There's stuff like stuff that you never really see drafted, like Gothitelle and stuff. It's still on the board,
sure.
right? That's stuff that's almost gonna have to go, just by sheer volume of the A tier. It's not that big. It kind of like I think there's 13 over the necessary amount of A tier picks, so something.
So
like
a lot of like a lot of things that you might not see normally picked up will get scooped here.
We'll have to, yeah.
Yeah,
Out of pure
interesting.
necessity. So the Pults are taking their time.
Probably gonna get that 1 minute warning.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Jolt
is.
with the 1 minute warning. Yeah, that's a slap on the wrist, that is. But I mean, we're almost done at this point. I don't think anybody's gonna
round's
get kicked out of
almost
the
over.
auction for not
You're done.
for not
We
replying.
need a
on time. But they
replacement
might get
coach.
skipped.
Stat.
They might.
Yeah.
They might get skipped,
Yeah.
which would be
Pretty big at this
damaging,
point in the
honestly.
game.
Yeah, Hippowdon.
Hippowdon is something
is
I
the
could
pick.
see them. I could see them getting that for 25.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's a really solid bulky piece. Like it's a good ground type, but like it's just gonna like set up Stealth Rocks, click Earthquake once in a while, and click Slack Off, right? Like it's fine.
Yeah. And this is one of the few times where a team I think is going to win 2 Mons in a row. Amorous
true.
and Hippowdon back to back. Yeah, because I can't see anybody challenging this really.
Yeah, I don't think this like
Hippowdon's not crazy.
no one has like sand components, really. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, and the loss of Toxic and the damage to Slack Off as well makes Hippo a lot worse. So, yeah. All right, so we do see the Hippowdon going to the Pults for 25, and that I believe finishes their team. I think it does.
Yes. Yeah. So they've now
their first
completed
five,
their 5.
Keep in mind, of course, guys. Once again, these teams are not fully complete. You can't play with 5 Pokemon. Well, you can, but that's not how we run singles.
It's called battle spot singles. Bring 5, pick 3.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, there is going to be the snake round starting immediately after this auction. And then moving into tomorrow, and hopefully done by the time we start streaming tomorrow.
Okay, so, Sawsbucks.
Hisui and Zoroark.
Hisui and Zoroark
and
fits their team
I think they're just
really
going to win
well.
this, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like, at this point, the only person that can like contest them from like a point standpoint, I believe,
Victinis, right?
is the Victinis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
A really
Frosted,
solid
want to get her Zoroark.
A steal and a really good pickup.
Yeah, really solid mon. I'm a big fan of it. I wasn't at first. I was like, it's too frail to utilize its dual typing. Its incredible immunities and stuff, right? But that's not the point. Its dual stab is it's like really scary.
Yeah, its dual stab is crazy. It gets a lot of like free switch-ins on the merit of its typing, and you know, like. I don't want to like short sell the mind games you can play with Illusion, because it can get people once in a while, especially with like how many immunities this version of Zoroark has. So
yeah, I'm pulling up the mid-round graphic.
Oh, this is going to be the most spicy one yet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Snugglers still kicking away with 2 Pokemon, baby. No points left.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. they're gonna get exactly what they want, basically, right?
Yeah, they'll get to, because I don't know how I don't know personally how it works. Like whenever so many people have their teams filled out already, like do they just get to like make 3 picks in a row, or?
Well, I mean they're on the wheel, right? So that's quite nice for them. Because they'll be able to nominate 2 Mons back to back and almost assuredly get them, because everybody else is pretty low. I think it's just the Victinis.
They're on the wheel,
the Victinis are going to nominate something.
We're going into the last round, right? Is there
that's
more
right.
than...
This is the round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, if they're left last and they have their 3 open slots, they go nominate.
Crazy.
Back to back.
Actually, not a terrible spot to be in. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, so Jolt's hitting me up. There's another interview. This time it's going to be with TarHeel's assistant coach, which is John Jr. I think they're going to talk about their Sun Core, I would assume. So here we go. Just going to mute us, and then we'll be right back, guys.
Just kind of tell us, walk us through how the draft has gone for you so far, and just your thoughts.
Honestly, we didn't plan on getting a Sun team at all. We kind of only pivoted to a Sun team because Torkoal was nominated super early, only for 25, and we ended up getting it for 50. So that changed a lot of our plans. But I think overall, our team has turned out super, super well. We got the Mons that we set out to get initially, which were Roaring Moon and Glamora. It's safe to say that we're going to be the champions.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, getting the Torkoal so early for 50, you just build around that, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Easily.
I mean, the Torkoal, when you already have the Roaring Moon, it makes a ton of sense to then kind of like utilize that as something to build around.
Yeah.
Very strong.
For sure. Yeah, I like their team, and I'm excited to see what their final S tier is going to be. I don't even know what's left at this point.
Yeah.
Them and the Victinis. Going to be interesting. For sure. I think everybody else has their S's. Yeah. And the rest would just be A's from this point on, from what I'm seeing. Greninja. Yes, Greninja 425 is insane. Dashing Sceptile. If you weren't here for our reaction, you might want to go back and see it.
Yeah. I mean, so many things.
There's definitely something.
So many things have happened that have been like insane steals.
Oh, yeah. I think mostly overall solid teams. I'm a big fan, of course, of the Coilers, but they have to finish it off. Big fan of Uzi's team. I think definitely got one of the stronger teams. Kelly's team ended up looking pretty good overall.
Yeah. Kelly's team looks
teams
great.
I'm not.
I think Frosted is coming in strong here. I know some people are sus on Iron Bundle, but the like Bundle Lando Hydreigon Zoroark H looks really strong on paper.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I mean, like Goldoa's team, I'm not a huge fan of. JayVee's team is interesting to me because it actually does look pretty good. Like you read the mons and you're like not impressed by any of them, but they actually do function really well together.
Right. I also think, you know, like they get to pick whatever they want this round. Like any Pokemon they want, it's theirs. So they can finish with something, honestly, probably something that doesn't, you want a breaker at this point, right? Like something that can just click a button if there's anything like that left.
Yeah, I'm actually looking through the PNGs that I've been loading up into the stream the whole time. One mon notably is King Gambit.
Okay,
it's still on the
solid.
board. Urshifu Rapid Strike.
Okay,
is still there.
Ting
Lu hasn't been drafted. Ting Lu's still there.
I think that would be soft for the Victinis, but could be very good for like another team. It's just like, you know, a wall.
Good for the Snugglers, right?
Yeah, that would be solid.
They're gonna look to get that for sure.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah, we've got some interesting picks here. I also
we'll actually just put it back to the mid-round screen for you guys because looking at our faces is great and all, but while we're still discussing this stuff, you know, it's probably good to see.
Yeah, I also think the Arcaniners like came in with two really good budget picks at the end, but I have a hard time like finding the synergy between the first three. I mean, like Gyarados Chi-Yu, if it was just like Gyarados Chi-Yu or Gyarados Volcarona, like one or the other, you know, I think we could play ball, and if like the third one was like something different.
And
that being said,
you really want to Terra Volk, right?
You really want to Terra all of these Pokemon except Amoonguss.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know how George manages this. This is going to be tough for him for sure.
I mean, you could go the like, kind of like, I can Terra Gyarados and also Garganacl, like, you know, the unkillable Garganacl kind of setup.
Yeah, then you lose out on Volk. Like, why did you even get it? To be fair, I think he was just trying to upbid and he just ended up with Volk.
That's true.
So
might see some like some tradesies going on in the future.
Yeah.
Some like
I would think so. Definitely trade that Volcarona. We do have movement finally.
Okay.
There we go.
Sawsbucks are on the clock, baby. Yep. Take us home.
Nice. All right, so we saw Frosted pick up Zoroark at the end of the last round, and is now going after Hisuian Lilligant.
Ooh,
makes sense with the speed on the team. Actually, I like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes solid with the speed on the team. Is kind of like it's probably like one of the few Pokemon left that can just click a setup move and win the game out of nowhere.
With Victory Dance for sure.
Right.
I don't know if we Terra this.
We see a little fighting.
Generally. Oh,
I don't think
we do
Frosted. Yeah, I was gonna say I think she kind of gets it unless like JayVee wants it.
Yeah, Goldoa can't outbid, right?
Right. I don't think so.
Yeah,
oh no,
unless,
no. Goldoa actually has a ton of points left. I'm so sorry. That's the Empoleons. They still have 175.
Oh, it's true. 175. Yeah, for an A tier as well. Keep in mind when Gren and Garchomp went for under 125 both.
Right.
So that's interesting. But we do see that the Sawsbucks are going to get their final pick, and that is going to be Hisuian Lilligant. Sold.
Pretty solid. I like the pick.
Yep. Very nice. Yeah, especially for that little. Of course, this late into the draft, it's just like whatever you can afford, right?
Right.
And whatever falls to you. Yeah. All right. So who's up next? That would be the Pults are skipped, right? And that's it for the Sawsbucks. So I think we go straight to the Empoleon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes, we should. We should go straight to them.
Cool. Yeah, and there it is. The most expensive Sarah Ledge of all time. Yeah,
175.
Yeah, good
Bro,
call. Wait, JV could outbid,
yeah.
right?
Imagine JV
No
coming
way.
in. Oh no. JV needs an S tier. JV needs an S tier.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hilarious.
Thank goodness for that, huh? That would have been funny.
I
Oh,
am a notable big fan of Sterilege. It's my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon. I think it's so good.
Wait, hold on. Isn't it Gen 6?
Sterilege? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it is on this team.
It
yeah,
is on those teams. You'd think it was
you're
Gen
right.
6.
I thought I'm so confused. I thought it was Gen 9. I think it does a little bit of work. Like, I don't know. I really like Sterilege. I think it can be like kind of like Annihilate Light in a sense that it can just come in and set up and
then it doesn't die because of its recovery move. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's clearly not as good, but I think it can kind of function as an Annihilate Light, and I think picking it up this late.
And I think it actually as a Terramon, I don't think you Terra Gren or Garchomp, so I think he's going for the A tier Terras.
No, yeah, I would think like probably Mew and this. Zapdos, you kind of like its typing.
Yeah, Mew and Sterilege is amazing actually. Now his team makes a lot more sense.
Wait,
Yeah,
look,
this works.
You got the call. The call.
Yeah, there's
it
the
comes in and
Urshifu,
clicks
yeah.
buttons.
I mean, it was one of a few mons. I kind of just like listed some off.
Right. I think this one.
Sneasler didn't go. I just saw Sneasler in my PNGs. Sorry to cut you off, but whoa.
Oh, that's interesting that Sneasler didn't go. But Urshifu Rapid here makes a ton of sense for the Victinis.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of bulk. Yeah, they have a lot of bulk.
Actually,
no one can contest them. I don't know why we're waiting here.
I don't know why they're waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the countdown for? Who's gonna outbid 275 guys? Come on. I guess just for formality's sake.
Yeah, Urshifu, a Pokemon that can just come in and kind of click a button, So.
Yeah, that Surging Strikes. Punching Glove is really good on it now as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Glove is a sick item. Little Muscle Band plus Protective Pads action. Really cool. And just what are the rest of JV's mods?
Torn T, Skeledirge,
so
Corviknights,
you don't Terra the
Shocks.
Urshifu. I think you Terra the Dirge and the Shocks.
Yeah, the Dirge and the Shocks
sure.
or the Dirge and the Corviknight. It depends on if you want like all your Terras to be bulky, or if you want
I
like.
Don't think I would go with Corviknight, but Dirge and
I don't either.
Shocks makes a nice dichotomy of like offense and defense, which is kind of what you want, honestly.
All right, we got the
right.
Weaviles on the clock.
Yeah.
Skipping a ton of teams now.
Iron Leaves.
Ooh, okay.
Iron Leaves. For 75.
This is the new. It's a Grass Psychic type, yeah. Interesting. I don't know much about this Pokemon.
Nice speed, really strong as well.
Yeah.
Very strong. Can run Booster, obviously. It just has really good coverage. Let me just look at the rest of their team real quick. I think you Terra this. You might Terra, or you might just Terra the Tusk. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
But it is sold to the Weaviles for $75.
Yeah, because it feels like you don't want to Terra either the other A tiers, like Screamtail or Gengar. Feels a little iffy on that one.
Yeah, I think you go Tusk as the solo.
Yeah.
It's hard to say though. Hard to say, because Leaves is a very good Terra option as well. Can get rid of its 4 times weakness in a pinch, and really put on a lot of offensive pressure with booster speed. Swords Dance gets out of control real quick. What is that? Tran? Round 5 Heatran? Very nice.
Heatran for 100. There was a time in Gen 7 Draft League that I used to think Heatran was a top 5 Pokemon, and everybody made fun of me.
Whoa.
And now here we are. Bottom.
Bottom 5. At least in the auction. Yeah.
This is an interesting
that's
pickup.
Go to Tarheel.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can contest them from this point on. This is an interesting pickup. No one has more than 75 points left outside of them.
All right. So we do see Heatran go to the play more esports team. And
Yeah.
what were you about to say? I'm sorry.
This just seems like an interesting pickup. Like, it's a really solid Pokemon. It's a fire immunity, which is great, but I don't know how well it complements the rest of the team.
Ooh, T-Tar from the Coilers. Are they going to land this?
Also,
Yeah, I don't know if it
Pokemon.
complements the rest of the team either, to agree with you, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it really fits. Yeah.
It feels like they get T-Tar here, right? I mean,
I think so.
I think
T-Tar's
so
nice
too.
for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have one of the stronger teams.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of bias. Yeah. Tarheel saying we had nothing left to choose from in chat. Thanks for popping into chat after the break
Oh, okay.
to explain that one. Yeah,
I gotcha. All
that
right,
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah.
I guess if it was the last S tier, then that one checks out.
It wasn't the absolute last, but there was like worse things, I guess. Well, Gambit's
yeah,
still
I
there,
gotcha.
right? Did Gambit not get picked up? Did Gambit just not go? Because that's crazy. Because Gambit's insane.
Seems really good. Yeah. Okay, Tyranitar scooped for the 25. Got the Donphans on the clock.
Scotty,
and then I guess
don't
we're
think
just
T-Tar this late is that crazy as an A tier.
No.
I think T-Tar fell off a little bit. It definitely has to contend with a lot of power creep, a lot of things being able to run body press, close combat. It's really tough for it in this environment. Now Cresselia is a sleeper. Cresselia is a really cool Terramon.
Yeah.
You can Calm Mind and then just Terra fighting and blow up everything.
Yeah, just like
stored power
a ton of bulk. Yeah, agree.
Yeah, I like this this nomination from Borussia Donphan, and it looks like they are going to get it. Cresselia going to Lars for the nice low price of 25.
Yeah, I think everything here is going to be... So, like, Lars, I think, gets to... I guess Lars and the Coilers now get to pick something they want for 50, and they can't be contested by the Snugglers. So, are we? Is it going to go to the Snugglers, and then we're going to, like, snake back up?
I think we still snake. We still snake,
okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
So yeah, the Snugglers are on the clock, and then I think it should still go to the Snugglers, and we create a pseudo round 6.
Yeah.
Until we're done.
So someone can contest this though, theoretically, because both the Coilers and the Donphans have 50 points left.
Yep. That's if they want Arcanine, which I don't personally think should even be in the A tier. I think that Hisuian Arcanine is actually stronger than Arcanine.
Interesting. Yeah. The like Rockhead, Flare Blitz, whatever the
it's a better Terramon, and it also this is an offensive metagame, so you want something that can pose more of an offensive threat. But yeah, Arcanine going to the Snugglers.
Goes to
there
them.
We go.
Yeah.
Do you see Arcanine? All right, sold, and now I assume we snake back. Is how I think this is going to go down.
That's my guess, yeah.
So it'll be the Snugglers again until we're done. We keep snaking. Let's see. I haven't gotten a confirmation from anybody. Thank you all in chat, by the way, for your continued support and being here and still talking.
Yeah,
something
shout outs to y'all.
glance over to and converse with. Really appreciate it, and hope you guys are hyped for the return of the GBA Season 10. We're almost done our first part of the draft, the auction, and and we're gonna turn back the wheel to complete the remaining nominations. So that's gonna be the Snugglers again. So they get to go again here. They got their Arcanine. Let's see what else they can get. Of course, once again, their nomination can get sniped. So essentially, they have to pick stuff that they kind of want.
Right.
Huge emphasis on kinda. Right.
I was wrong here though. After looking at the round 4 recap slide, the only one that can contest them is Lars. The Coilers only have 25 points left as well. After making their pick, they only had 50 to spend. Whereas
what did they get again? That was T-Tar, right? Yeah, T-Tar.
Yeah, T-Tar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they can no longer contest. It's just Lars. So if Lars wants this one, gets it. And then once again, they can go and get whatever they want.
Right. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
All right. Snugglers are still on the clock, and they don't seem to be sure what they want. So we are waiting here a little bit.
Got the 1 minute warning.
Yeah, they're definitely different in a sense, but I think that Hisui and Arcanine should definitely be the A tier, and Arcanine should be the B. Personally, that's just how I feel about it. I or at least both in A. You know, don't just put one.
Yeah, I mean, in a metagame without terraing, I think there's an argument that like Hisui and Arcanine just dies to too many things. But when you can Terra it, it actually gets much stronger.
D.Rey, if you're arguing with Kurpie, you should probably not be in the chat. Go back to Kurpie and go put in your pick. Okay. Jugulus. Jugulus is good for 25. Jugulus is a solid mon.
Jugulus really good.
Yeah, and with their current team, they needed the speed. Very nice speed tier as well.
They needed the speed.
So,
it's like a good special attacker, which is something they benefit from here. So really solid pickup this late.
Yep, Iron Jugulus. Oh, I changed it on the wrong scene. My bad, guys. But yeah, anyway, Snugglers win. Iron Jugulus. We're almost done here. So yeah, they got that. Really good with Booster. A pretty good Terramon, as far as I'm concerned. But again, I think you Terra Annihilate in this case every day of the week. We do see Salamence from Lars coming in hot.
For the rest of their points, yeah. So they get this.
I think that, yeah, that's guaranteed. So
kinda crazy. Also,
their team is
like,
very good too.
Yeah, the team is very solid, but like seeing these like like coming back from like prior draft leagues, like, oh, I just casually last pick Salamence in the first half of a draft, or I just casually last pick Tyranitar. Like, the power creep this generation has been insane.
Yeah. So I think that finishes off their team. Interesting. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of their team. It looks weird. It's just visually, it looks weird.
Like,
am I the only one that thinks that?
Aesthetically speaking, these Pokemon do not vibe together.
Yeah. You got like a Donphan, a Pikachu, right?
I think it's got some really cool pieces.
All right, so Coilers up, and Hisui and Guja. Oh my god, yeah.
Solid last
they did
pick.
So good.
That's that's so great. Wow, I forgot that was a Pokemon. I completely forgot.
This one is actually insane. Like, it's really good. I was surprised at how good it is in draft.
Defensively,
and there we go. They got
it's nuts. Yeah, exactly. All right. Bring us home. Bring us home, Snugglers.
Yeah. D.Rey, if you're still here, hurry up. Pick your mon.
Oh, Gothitelle.
Gothitelle. Okay, cool.
Solid pick.
All right. Nice. We'll let the Gudra sit for a second while I go and grab the Gothitelle. But yeah, Gudra's insane. If you guys don't know, really good Assault Vest mon. Probably even better than regular Gudra.
Yeah,
in all honesty.
I agree.
And insanely good coverage and stabs. The extra steel typing is just whack.
Right.
So good. There we go. And there's the Gothitelle, the final pick for the San Diego Snugglers. So as I just wait to get the end of round graphic here from the team. Okay, cool. And then we'll show you what the final teams look like, at least again for the auction portion. The rest is yet to come, and I'm waiting on a message. I think that Jolt is going to mention that they're now going to head into the regular draft portion, the snake draft portion. He did say he would immediately announce that at the end. So yes, that's right. They are going to immediately start drafting after this auction concludes. Which is crazy that we're able to get them here the whole day. That should be the last pick, right? I don't think there's anything else, right?
No,
okay.
That's it. That's we are clear for takeoff.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we got the mid-round graphics, so we're good to go. We'll skip on that part, but let's hop over to that, and you guys will see what the final teams look like. Here it is. We got the Sawsbucks with Bundle, Lando T, Hydra, Zoroark H, and Lilligant H, two Hisuian Pokemon. The Pults with their namesake, Dragapult, Iron Moth, Scizor, Enamorous Therian, and Hippowdon. Empoleon rocking the Gen 6 almost only exclusive squad. Greninja, Garchomp, Mew, Zapdos, and Ceruledge. Victinis ended up with a pretty sick team, honestly. Torn T, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Skeleturge, Corviknight, and Sandy Shocks. We've got the Torterrapins, Kelly coming in late to start getting picks, but did end up with a really cool team with Baxcalibur, Ursaluna, Grimmsnarl, Slowking, and Quackable. A little bit of a momentum core, good hazard removal, and as well as Trick Room available to them. And then we get a really, really solid team here with the Bullet Punch Club. Uzi and Matty really pulling out all the stops here. Grabbing Goldengo early. Ended up paying off because they ended up getting Dragonite for 25. Followed up by Azumarill and Meowscarada and Zapdos. And yeah, that's just a crazy team. Zapdos and Dragonite both for 25, by the way. Absolutely sick. They need a little bit of speed filling here, but that can easily be done in the snake portion.
Right.
And then we've got Tusk. Yeah, then we've got for the Weaviles, Tusk, Walking Wake, Screamtail, Gengar. I'm a big fan of Screamtail and Iron Leaves. Screamtail, Gengar, and Iron Leaves are sort of in the same speed range, which is a little bit concerning to me. Walking Wake as well sort of gets up near there, but I guess the more speed, the merrier. It's just you're going to have trouble with the stuff that's just faster than you because they're always going to be faster than you, right? That's why you like to spread out your speed a little bit. It's hard to find speed in this gen, though, I will admit. So having the two Booster Mons and Walking Wake and Iron Leaves able to boost their speed, as well as Screamtail, actually. There's 3 Booster Mons here. All Photosynthesis. Actually, he has 4 Photosynthesis Mons. No, 3 Photosynthesis, 1 Quark Drive. My bad.
Yeah,
Iron Leaves is Quark Drive. Yeah, the lack of diversity in abilities might end up hurting the Weaviles. I could definitely see that happening. And then we've got Playmore Esports coming in with a cool squad. Roaring Moon, Heatran, which you said didn't feel like it fit. But I mean, Eruption in the sun.
Oh, that's true. I like often forget Heatran gets Eruption. I think it would have been cool to see something like Sneasler or Gambit here as like their last S tier slots, but Eruption in the Sun, you sell me a little bit by saying that out loud.
Yeah, but I do prefer both Sneasler and Gambit here over the Heatran. Personally, you already have 2 Rock Setters. You don't need the Heatran. But Glamora, Torkoal, and Slitherwing, I really like the team up until that point. I think they could have done a little bit better on the Heatran, but that's fine. That is their team. Then we got the Coilers, of course, with a crack team. Iron Valiant, Slowking G, Thundy I, which will definitely be Terra, I would assume. And then T-Tar and Hisuian Gudra. So
just really strong.
Whack. Yeah, that's a really good team. I'm rooting for you guys. Come on, Del, Owen, you got this. I'm rooting for all of you. I'll be watching all of you, but I have a little bit of a bias toward the Coilers. All right. And then we got the Donphan here with the Enamorous Eye, the team that just looks weird, but is probably very good.
I think
honestly,
there's a lot of
it.
good pieces here. It does look a little strange, but I think that there's a lot of pieces. There's a good mix of like some defense, like some bulk with Cresselia. You know, we have hazard removal and the Iron Treads. I think this team is like sneakily very good. The Palmot seems like it's either gonna never do anything or it's gonna be like an all-star. So
yeah, it's gonna be like that mid-game mon that really annoys you, right? Because everything else looks like it's either early or late.
Right.
So, but I really like the flexibility of the team is the word I would use. A lot of mons that can do a lot of different things here. Like Salamence can go defensive, it can go Specs, it can go Scarf, it can go just Boots, dual Wing Beat, it can go Special, right? Banded, doesn't matter. Cresselia is a little bit more like locked into its role, but keep in mind also Cress has Lunar Dance still. So Palmot with Revival Blessing and Cresselia with Lunar Dance is an easy way to get like multi-sweeps with Salamence or Enamorous.
Right,
so that's something to consider.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like there's some like fun pieces here. Like you could do really insane strategies with these 5. So
sorry, I just saw George say, "I don't fear rocks, rocks fear me." I'm sorry. We were getting to you, George. Very nice. Yeah, if you don't fear rocks, then I don't know, you have an iron will and
he has
zero
stocks. Fear. Invested heavily into Heavy Duty Boots
rocks.
Incorporated. Yeah,
into anti-rocks. Yeah, Chi-Yu, Volcarona, Gyarados, Garganacl, Amoonguss. I think this one went a little bit astray, but you know what, George, I think Boots will be your best friend this season, and
really, really strong pieces here. Obviously, like really strong individual pieces, like Chi-Yu, Volk, Gyarados, all really strong individual pieces. Just like maybe lacking a little bit of that synergy that you like from your top 2 S picks or whatever.
I think we might see a free agency drop of Volcarona into Sneasler potentially. That's definitely a possibility here.
That would make the team incredible, honestly. Like Sneasler or King Gambit, I could see either working out very well. King Gambit maybe a little bit less. It feels like you have to drop maybe the Chi-Yu for King Gambit, and that seems
you definitely don't drop the Chi-Yu. You keep that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think I think you drop the Volk for sure. So you keep your Terra as Garganacl and Gyarados, and then immediately get rid of the Volcarona and go for Sneasler. I think that's the play, because Sneasler does not need Terra to be threatened.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But Gyarados and Garganacl sort of do as offensive and defensive options. So that's the route I would take, and I think having 2 grounded poisons is never a bad thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially when you have Chi-Yu, because Fairies sort of annoy Chi-Yu. It likes to spam its Dark Stab, and it can't if the Fairies are around. So having double poison is always nice. But yeah,
Right.
that's what I would do with George's team. But if George has a plan for this Volcarona, then by all means, go for it.
He's gonna Terra Poison Blast, baby.
Yeah, Terra Poison Blast.
Terra Blast. I just said Poison Blast.
That's one for the ages right there. That's clipped. All right, and finally, we do have the San Diego Snugglers. D.Rey coming in with a Palafin and Annihilape early, and then taking forever to get the last 3 Mons, but does end up with Arcanine, Iron Jugulus, and Gothitelle. Gothitelle being very interesting here, actually, because trapping the checks to Palafin and Annihilape is kind of cool.
Yeah, I was about to say, this team started off like D.Rey at the very beginning of the draft was like, here are all my points. I will no longer have points. And I think did a really good job at kind of bringing this together, and the last 3 picks. Like, I think the Arcanine is good here. Like, obviously, like you said, you can make an argument for it maybe being like tiered too high. But the Intimidate is really solid. The Iron Jugulus gives them a way to like hit on the special side and like a really much needed speed tier. But the Gothitelle, like you said, trapping checks to Palafin and Annihilape really opened those 2 up to kind of be, like each week you can kind of like pick whichever one you want to build around. Like you might bring both, but you'll like specifically build around one per the matchup. And then just like try and formulate a way to like annihilate the checks with Gothitelle. And I think there's something here. Also, D.Rey's my boy.
Did you say annihilate the checks with Gothitelle?
Yeah.
When they have Annihilape?
Annihilate the checks for Annihilate.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. D.Rey's my boy. So I think this team's solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you guys are tight. So yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to get a little bit of speed and do something about their typings. I think personally, because there's 3 monotypes on this team now, so you need to diversify a little bit. So that's a little bit rough to have this as your like high tier core, but we'll see what they can do. Maybe there's some hidden gems that we're not thinking of available in the Snake draft.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you pick up something like a Noivern for like a budget dragon. You kind of go from there. You get some of the more budget pieces that are still like very good. Noivern gives the speed. It's a dragon type. Something I could see. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, definitely. And we're back to us here. It's just us, and we'd like to thank you guys for joining us today during the GBA live auction. We had a lot of fun. That was really cool to see all the picks come in one after the other. It's a little bit stressful for me, but I think I got a hang of it. We're gonna have work done for tomorrow's Snake Draft stream. It's gonna be a lot more chill, a lot more peaceful. And I'm not going to mess up as many times, I promise. At least I hope I can keep that promise. But this is really fun. Thank you, Vivid, for making this a great experience. Co-commentary was fantastic.
Thank you. Shout outs to Aster. And you should all put the clapping emoji for him in the chat because he did so much live. And I just sat here. So
taking a bow.
Yeah, take a bow.
I literally took a bow on stream. Yeah. I did
Perfect.
that. But yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that. Those kind words. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was totally worth it because I am one of the GBA's biggest fanboys and have been for a very long time. Back since season 3 when I first watched Shady play in this league, and having played in this league myself as well. It's just an honor to still be here and to be able to host this live auction for you guys. And it's not over. We'll be back tomorrow. With more action. The coaches are currently making their snake draft picks, and hopefully there's some good ones. We're going to see how these teams round out. It's actually kind of fun because now we have like this perspective, and then going into tomorrow, we're going to be like, oh, right, they have those 5 Mons.
Right? Yeah,
Really
it'll be fun.
It's going to be it's going to be sitting for a little bit and be like, what could they do with this, and then show us what they're actually going to do with this.
Right.
So,
exactly.
That'll
We're
be
looking
really
forward
cool,
to it.
Yeah. Thank you guys again so much for joining. We're going to cut it here, but have yourselves a wonderful day. And GBA's back, baby. Let's go.
Back, baby.
See ya.
Historic season 10.